My name is James Rowlands. In 2015, I teamed up with my friend Dan White to create the WNR podcast. Since then, we have been giving you everything that's happened on the WWE Network. Now, in 2018, not only are we live for the Big Four events and every NXT takeover, but we celebrate 20 years since the birth of the Attitude Era. Plus, every month we'll bring you 205 Live, collections, new content, W pay-per-views and latest news on the WWE Network. Until we've watched everything, we are with you, and we are the WNR. Yes, hello, I am James Rowlands, and as always,
Dan White.
And today it's the WNR148. It's WWE versus WCW.
James, are you going to give us an alternate intro for the show?
Yeah, I am. I do this every show now, an alternate intro, which sets us up perfectly. And this one, much like our sing-off was, Dan versus James, this is another singy one. So I just love giving these ones, don't I? Yeah. You don't know how much I need you while you're near me. I don't feel blue. This is dedicated to you, Dan, by the way. And when we kiss, I know you need. I can't believe I found a love that's so pure and true. But it all was bullshit. It was a goddamn joke. And when I think of you, Linda, I hope you fucking choke. I'm not going to sing any more of it, but that is from the Wedding Singer, 1998, which is weird because we have gone back 20 years ago.
In 1998, WWE and WCW were locked in a ratings war. Their shows, Raw and Nitro, went head-to-head on Mondays. The WNR podcast go back 20 years, right in the middle of the battle. We followed the war since the inception of Nitro, but now with the Attitude Era getting going and WCW at its peak, it's a perfect time to follow it month to month. This is WWE versus WCW, the Monday Night Wars.
And it is March 1998, and we're going to have two parts like we did last month. Part one, we're going to have 4 Raws, 2 Nitros. On part 2, we'll bring you 2 Nitros and WrestleMania 14. So we'll do TV ratings and pay-per-view buy rates and the overall winners all on part 2. So let's begin. We've got the 5-point system in place, which is, Dan?
The roster,
the rating,
the promos,
the matches,
the setting,
and then finally the overall.
In the WWF, we are on the road to WrestleMania. Last week on Raw, Kane challenged Austin. Would he respond?
Well, could DX come up with a plan to keep the WWF title on HBK come WrestleMania 14?
Would we ever see The Undertaker again?
Well, we are now going to watch Raw, episode 249, March 2nd from Cleveland, Ohio.
Well, we get a promo video of what happened January 19th with Austin and Tyson and the aftermath.
Well, tonight, Austin, HBK and Tyson are all here.
Fireworks!
Yeah, and with the promo and pyro, Raw feels like a big deal tonight.
We've got JR, Cole and Kelly on commentary. I forgot the word then.
Well, DX music, and they are coming to the ring.
They promised an X-rated Mania.
Well, Trips, China and HBK, we even get DX fireworks in the ring.
Yes, HBK is in a cowboy hat.
Yeah, Triple H says the road to WrestleMania begins now.
He also says Owen is running around with his European title.
He will run through him like a hot knife through butter.
Well, from Owen to Tyson, and HBK says when he and his posse arrive tonight, he's got an offer he can't refuse. But if he makes the wrong decision, he will never forget DX.
Well, then on to Stone Cold. The toughest SOB in the WWF is not tough enough, Michael says. Tonight, Austin, you will boogie to some sweet chin music. Well, Michaels was talking shit about Austin, and Austin's just arrived.
You're going to kick my head off my shoulders. What?
Well, Michaels wants to super kick Austin. Why don't you just do it right now?
Well, Austin, he shows no fear.
And now look at these two men face to face.
The lights have gone out.
Well, it's got to be Kane, Dan. It's got to be Kane.
It's Kane.
Well, DX has left the ring and it's go off.
Well, DX has scarpered, but Austin is standing strong.
Well, Paul Bearer said he don't have to worry about WrestleMania because tonight Kane is sending him to hell.
It's a bloody great way to start.
It is a great way to start. Bill's excited for the main event. We know we've got DX, Michael's promising with Tyson, who will be here tonight as well. And look at the response of Steve Austin here in the Gund Arena. Where's he going now? Let's take a Michael Carl headset.
Pushes him out of his chair.
And then look, he just gets fucking announced. I mean...
Kicks everything off of it.
How cool is Stone Cold Steve Austin, eh? Just joined the commentary team, saying to JR, like, you know, Kane wants to turn on and off the lights, I'll kick his ass later with Michaels, I'm going to take the belt off him at Mania. If Tyson wants to get involved, I'll beat the shit out of him. He looks fantastic, and this is proper Stone Cold Steve Austin now, isn't it? You know?
So you know, we go on to, like, there's 3 feuds that Hogan was involved in last month. But Austin's involved in 3 feuds at the moment, but he's carrying it off so much better.
Yes, exactly that, yeah. And it's just the way of working it, you know. The end goal is WrestleMania with Michaels. We know this. We've got 4 weeks to fill up, you know. It's just really exciting. And we're going to have a huge celebrity announced for Mania tonight as well. I cannot wait for that. Well, later we also...
Her huge sell-in was.
Yeah, we do. And later we also have an update on LOD after turning on each other last week.
But first, James, we've got a limo arrive.
Yeah, it is, and Shane McMahon and Mike Tyson have arrived here tonight.
Yes, and we're showing a clip from last week, and Cactus and Charlie attacking the Outlaws' car.
Yeah, with chainsaw and everything like that. The New Age come to the ring in neck braces.
And there's also a dumpster at ringside.
Well, the tag champs have pressed charges against the hardcore duo.
And they have video proof it was attempted murder.
Yeah, tonight they are sorry but injured, so no match. And they showed a video of last week with Road Dogg and Billy Gunn when they were fucking around. And the attack, and they're saying, yeah, attempted murder.
But Sergeant S. Laughter on the big screen says they're not injured and they have to wrestle and defend the tag titles against...
Wow, 8 Ball and Skull.
Yes, and they're coming out on Harleys. Well, they are a biker group.
Yeah, so it makes sense. And here we go, the identical twins going straight after Billy and Road Dogg. Billy's already got his neck brace ripped off.
Oh, and he eats a big boot.
Clotheslined out of the ring. Road Dogg's in a bit of trouble now. He's lost his neck brace.
Oh, and he gets a spine buster. Sorry, that bumps Bobby Roode down to 10th on the list.
8 Ball and Skull's got a better spine buster.
Of course.
Oh, and now the DOA on the outside with the New Age Outlaws. New Age Outlaws bought this colour. Anything goes to the tag team division at the moment, haven't they? Oh!
And they take out a member of the Disciples with the tag belt.
And now Billy's coming to the ring and just taking out the other one. And now the Outlaws throwing 8 Ball to the outside. Going to Irish rip into the dumpster. Oh!
And he eats dumpster.
Oh!
The Chainsaw Charlie and Cactus Jack were hidden in the dumpsters. Very clever.
Here they come. Oh my God, the Outlaws running away. Oh, Cactus and Charlie here tonight. And they want them some Outlaws, my God. Well, at WrestleMania it will be the Outlaws versus Cactus and Charlie for the WWE Tag Team titles.
And the DOA get a count-out victory.
Well, Sable, though. Everybody calm down. That was great. Oh, wait, Dan, what do you think of that? That was fun then, wasn't it?
That was fun, yeah.
Yeah, actually, it was fun. Up next is Sable.
Yes, and we get a video package of Mero being a dick.
Yeah, well, Sable and Luna want each other, and Mero doesn't want anyone touching Sable. So that's why he's laid up Goldust.
Puppies!
Oh, yeah.
Mero sends Sable to the back, and he runs to the ring to face Tom Brandy.
We saw this dude at the Rumble in 98, and he's not really remembered well because he's shit.
Well, Mero in control, and Luna comes to ringside. Huge Sable chance.
Yeah, well, Tico reverse Brandy nearly wins, but Mero kicks out. And Luna grabs Tom's leg, which gives Mero a chance to hit a low blow and a TKO for the win. And why has Luna come out here and help Mero win? Oh, raising his arm.
Oh, he gives Mero a big kiss.
What's that for? Mero saying, what you doing?
Mero doesn't seem happy.
Oh.
But what is that? Just the distraction. So Goldust. Oh, sorry, that's Dustin Reynolds.
But I think you are right. The artist formerly known as Goldust, Dustin Reynolds, out here beating down Mero from behind. And now Luna choking out Mero. I don't think there was any affection Oh my God.
Sable comes out, nearly knocks herself out on her puppies.
She's in the ring now. Here comes Sable.
Straight after Luna.
Oh.
Throws her by her hair into the corner and just starts kicking away at her.
And look at the crowd going absolutely mental at this. Sable wants Luna. The referee's trying to stop her. And Sergeant Salt's come out here with the officials trying to stop this. And now Sable's saying, what? Well, Sable come out to help Mero. And Mero's getting upset about it. And now getting annoyed that they're chanting Sable. And Sable not happy. Oh, no.
She pushes Mark Mero over.
He tripped again. Oh, no. Sable wants Luna.
And Mark calling Sable out into the ring. Sable not backing down.
And look at her go straight to Mero.
Oh, and Mero runs away like a little bitch.
Look at what referee Chad Patton does in a minute. Look. Gets the cheers. She's not won a match. Well, having a go at her. But there you go. And this is the start of the Sable phenomenon as well. I mean, we haven't seen anything like this. Women weren't really... Well, they were Nitro girls, weren't they? Or managers. And now this is them trying something a little bit different with Sable. And I think it's quite interesting, you know.
But up next, in title on the line, and it is Owen Hart versus Mark Henry.
Well, the Nation are coming down with Mizark, but Eslafter, who has been busy tonight, bars them from ringside. Owen starts quick with Mark, using his speed and agility to try and take advantage. But Chyna makes her way down and distracts Owen.
Henry slowly takes over.
It took him a long time.
But the thing with Owen is that he makes Mark Henry look good.
He really does. And he tried to sharpshoot, but Mark powers out.
And we get JR letting us know that it's Kane versus Austin and Tyson is here.
Yeah, they're really building towards that. Henry powers out, submission again.
Owen with a top rope drop kick and elbow, then Inseguri and gets the sharpshooter in.
Well, Chyna gets up in the apron and Owen breaks the hold. Distracted by Chyna as he goes back up to the top, then gets pushed off by Chyna into Mark Henry's arms for the bear hug.
Yes, but then Chyna low blows Henry, costing him the match.
Yeah, so she did this, and we can't tell what she says. We don't know why she did it for. It seems a bit weird. Why would you put Owen in that predicament, only to cost him it? Oh well.
But the next match is a 6-man tag team action. So Vince and Mike talking backstage. The next match is 6-man tag team action.
Yeah, but we see before that Vince and Mike Tyson talking backstage, getting ready for tonight. But back to the match.
Oh, so it's Headbangers and Taka versus the NWA, Rock and Roll Express and Barry Windham.
Don't forget Mosh and Thrasher are the NWA tag team champions.
Well, Mosh says it's not the 80s, it's 98, and they rule.
Well, Taka says Jim is jackass.
As good as a 3-minute 6-man match could be, we didn't see the end camera cut.
Yeah, well, this is what it is. As good as a 3-minute 6-man tag team match could be. It was given 3 minutes, and even then, because of all the stuff going on at ringside, we didn't even see the finish of the match because the camera wasn't directed on it. But what did happen, though?
But the Headbangers used Jim Cornette's racket to win the match.
Yeah, and then Jim offers challenge next week. The NWA title's on the line. Yeah!
But it is Warzone.
Yeah, and we see JR and the King on commentary, and we see we told, and we see a sign that says, tonight we're sold out.
Yes, and the McMahon is in the ring, or yes. Vince McMahon is in the ring.
Vince McMahon here, and I love his introductions. He's very popular here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome... Here we go! Hey, come on, Cleveland, it's not our Modell. Would you please give a warm Cleveland welcome? What? May I present to you the enforcer for the WWF Championship matchup at WrestleMania, and unquestionably the baddest man on the planet, Iron Mike Tyson!
Here's come Tyson. Great introduction by McMahon. So the last time Tyson was on Raw, it nearly all hell broke loose for Steve Austin. What's going to happen here tonight? But he's only coming out with 3 guys tonight, Dan. He came out with 20 the other time.
Well, if Austin comes out, he's going to come unstuck because Austin will run right through them 3 enforcers.
Nice WF Attitude t-shirt Mike Tyson is wearing.
Question is, are you going to be the enforcer, or is somebody like Stone Cold Steve Austin going to enforce his own rules in this matchup at WrestleMania? That's the question. Unquestionably, a lot's going to be answered at WrestleMania. No doubt about it.
Listen to these people. I don't think Tyson can
Have a
even
little
hear
respect,
McMahon.
please. Thank you. That's what it's all about, is respect, and indeed respect it will be in the matchup at WrestleMania. With you, the enforcer, Mr. Tyson, who do you believe will win the match?
Break it down. Uh-oh.
He's talking while DX's theme plays.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, we didn't get an answer to Mike Tyson there. Vince says what would happen at WrestleMania. Because DX coming out here, Triple H, China, Michaels in his cowboy hat, and a ton of WWE officials.
And out Sergeant S. Laughter.
Yeah, he's getting around, getting the miles. Maybe he's got a pedometer. Maybe he's trying to work out the miles.
Maybe he just fancies China.
He'd rather be in China tonight.
Look at Tyson. He ain't backing up. Man, you just lost control.
Mike Tyson, my name is not Stone Cold Steve Austin. And I want to make things real clear to you, Mike. We are not out here to disrespect you like Steve Austin did. That's not the Generation X's style. But what our style is, Mike, is to call people out face to face. So Iron Mike Tyson, the baddest man on the planet. My name is the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, the World Wrestling Federation champion. And what I'm doing right now is treating you like a man. But make no mistake about it, Mike, I am calling your ass out right now, right here. Boy!
Whoa! Man, here we go!
You want to do it? Let's do it right now.
Here we go!
You get your people out of here, I'll get my people out of here, and you and me will handle this man to man.
So Michael's calling out Mike Tyson. Well, Vince McMahon can't believe it, but we're going to clear the ring here. Oh my God, look at the crowd going absolutely crazy. Michael's taking his coat off.
And the ring is clearing.
Oh my God, here we go. It's Tyson and Michaels. Tyson's going to knock out Shawn Michaels here.
How many hits? One,
Yeah,
two.
yeah. Look at Michaels poking the bear. Say, go on, right hand me. Look at these two men face to face.
There's a bit of shoving going on.
Michaels now going to take his best shot.
Oh, and he rips his t-shirt off to reveal a DX t-shirt underneath.
What the fuck? Mike Tyson.
I didn't think Shawn Michaels would have the balls to call out, I'm Mike Tyson.
But he's somehow made Mike Tyson the newest member of D-Generation X, and look at him.
Wow, Austin's certainly in a lot of trouble now.
Look at Tyson.
Up in the corner telling everyone to suck it.
Look at the crowd, can't believe it. Look at Michael's happy about that.
And they're rubbing it in Vince's face.
And Vince can't believe it. WrestleMania main event might be ruined here. How did Tyson and Michaels gain a relationship? How has this happened?
Wow, we have no idea. Maybe money talks.
Triple H. And all four line up now.
Everyone's smirking.
And they're not smirking. There's no cigarettes in their mouth.
Apart from China.
But I tell you something, Dan. I tell you something. DX wanted to create a plan to make Michaels keep holding the WF title come WrestleMania. I think they've just come through for him.
Most definitely.
Michael says he's a man that runs the show. Look how happy Tyson is.
He is.
And Vince can't believe it. Little man, break it down.
Well, JR and the King run through what we've just seen and show a few replays.
Well, the DX locker room, in the DX locker room, they are all celebrating.
The next match is the undefeated Steve Blackman versus Karma.
Well, Steve has wins over Farouk and The Rock in recent weeks, so can he take the nation, can he take another nation member out?
Yes, but the Nation are allowed out this time.
Wait, S. Laughter out again. He really doesn't like black people.
Well, they've both got MMA backgrounds and they trade kicks and blows.
Yeah, well, Blackman dived outside on Karma and off top right, but I got caught.
An awful passage in the match, really. There's lots of Irish whips and a botched backbreaker.
Yeah, Blackman put submission in, but Farouk and Rock come out to stop him.
Well, at least The Rock and Farouk are on the same page.
Yeah, it's all good.
Oh, no, but The Rock and Farouk are out here to break things up.
And now Farouk's got him up.
Plants him face first.
Dominator, and The Rock's not finished with him either.
The bookend. The Rock bottom.
The title comes off, and they're putting the boots to him. Uh-oh.
And Ken Shamrock's out here now to save the day for Steve Blackman.
And The Rock and Farouk go flying out, leaving Karma there to defend for himself.
Oh, a Bailey to belly.
And look at Shamrock. He's pumped here. I'll tell you something, at this moment in time, there are two massive tools in the ring. Lethal weapon.
Yes. And up next, we have the Colonel out here presenting JEFFJRRETT.
Yeah, he's rebranded with a sparkly suit and flashing sunglasses. We saw him part of the NWA. He said he's got new management, and this is him, Tennessee Lee. More details than Tennessee Lee later, but let's I just want you to have a look at Jeff Jarrett.
Oh my fucking hideousness.
I wasn't joking, was I? And we thought the NWA Jeff Jarrett was bad. This is the Hall of Famer for 2018 here.
Well, he's in a match against Flash Funk.
Oh, Flash, you are so funky. Flash. Yes, he's versus Flash Funk. More details on Tennessee Lee later. Too Cool Scorpio is a fantastic worker, but an awful gimmick in the WWF, which was Flash Funk, this kind of pimp from the 70s. And in the Attitude Era, he was definitely a fish out of water.
Well, competitive back and forth until Lee's on the apron behind the ref's back, knocks down Flash, and Double J puts on the figure four for victory.
Well, next up, we got a huge celebrity at WrestleMania. Dan, it is
Jennifer Flowers.
Jennifer Flowers. 20 years ago, I have no idea, but maybe a connection with Clinton because they were talking about, she's got powerful people following her. Up next, Cole with DX.
Oh, she obtained notoriety after revealing a sexual encounter with US President Bill Clinton.
Yay, it was Bill Clinton.
She was a model.
Michael Cole now trying to get word with Tyson. He's with Michael's Triple H. Look how happy these guys are. So Triple H said Tyson's here with us because we're winners. Tyson says Stone Cold's going to get knocked out cold. Strong words there from Mike. Well, we are only 4 weeks from WrestleMania 14. And with Tyson on DXI, looks bad for Steve Austin. But, and then yet commentators can still talk about it. JR says wrestling business has changed with Tyson joining DX.
Yes, and we get an LOD update.
Yep, they are still not talking. They have cancelled their matches and no one can get them back together.
We get a video package about LOD imploding and a great look at their history in NWA, AWA and WWF Tag Team Champions asking, is this it for LOD?
Yeah, is this it for LOD? We just don't know. Great history and really good production values there from WWF at the time, showing what LOD were all about. Is this the end now? They're not speaking. No one can get them on the same page. So, unfortunately, I think it is. But now we move on to our main event, which is Kane going against Stone Cold Steve Austin. And this, of course, is the first ever match Kane's only been in the WWF, or the Rampage for the past few months. Going against Stone Cold. Well, Bearer says that Austin's going to end up laying next to The Undertaker, but here comes Stone Cold. And he's ready for action. Uh-oh.
He don't give a fuck.
Oh, it's Triple H. Hit the super kick on Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels just hit the super kick on Steve Austin. He said he was going to do it. And what a night it's been for DX. Oh my God, what a night. And Tyson joins him. He's good to his word, knocking out Stone Cold Steve Austin. Oh, Austin there. Gets knocked down by Michaels, pushing the officials away.
He wants to go and get himself some DX. He's not too worried about Kane.
Well, Michaels, though, can't argue what he said tonight with DX. What a night it's been for him. And Austin is... The commentators tell us he's apparently torn up the whole backstage area looking for him. If they've got any sense, he would have just left the arena straight away.
There's something I would like to do, and Kane, I need your help just for a moment. Would you please go out and get the bell?
Kane's getting the bell. What the hell's he doing? Kane just chokes down the fan. And Paul Bearer says, hang on a minute, Kane, what are you doing? Well, fans shouldn't get involved in this, but this is a bit ridiculous. Oh my God. Sent to the stairs, and the camera don't really want to show this at the moment. Just the bell, that's it, yeah. I don't know if he gets satellite or not. Paul Bearer saying something. We'll pay respects to the Undertaker. So they want about the bell rang 10 times in memory of the Undertaker. Oh, and Kane's got Mark Eaton now after the 10 bell salute. This is the timekeeper.
Oh man.
Bearer's like, yeah, just tombstone him. The power of Kane
compels you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You know, I think that we've come to an end of a long, long road. Kane has done exactly what I told all you leeches of the night that I said he was going to do. For all you people that called me a liar. For all you people that laughed at the fat man. Yeah, laugh, call me fat.
We've seen Austin attacked by D-Generation X. We've seen Mike Tyson join DX. And now this.
I believe my Kane has one more tombstone left in his giant body. I don't think my Kane is quite finished yet.
What does he
Vader
mean?
is gone. The list goes on and on. Referees, timekeepers, wrestlers, they've all gone down at the hands of my Kane. But Kane has one tombstone left. Who will it be for?
I'll just be over here.
Will it be for you, Queenie?
Uh-oh.
How about you, JR?
Yeah.
How about a tombstone?
This man's hideous.
Come on! Somebody step up! He has a tombstone left!
Oh!
I was just about to, but the Undertaker come out.
Wait a minute, we were told he was dead.
Well, this King it's got cold. It's a damp cold in this arena right now.
I promise you, it's not.
Well, who's tolling those bells? Some mind games are being played on Paul Bearer and Kane.
Well, what's going on up on the ramp?
It's not, is it?
Oh! Hit the coffin!
Whoa! Lightning bolt just hit that coffin! A lightning bolt has just struck that coffin! Could it be him? Is it him? Is it Martin? It is! Whoa! The Undertaker! It's the Undertaker! And he is back!
Yeah, boy! Fucking hell!
Just like the Flash, he was brought to life with a lightning bolt.
The Undertaker is risen here on Raw.
Welcome to hell and the demon who will lead you into eternal damnation. Kane, you've disappointed me. Is that the best effort that you could put together at the Royal Rumble? Did you think that could destroy me? Don't you know that you cannot destroy that does not wish to perish? And you, Paul, the audacity to come out here week after week
Look at his face!
and claim responsibility for my disappearance? The fact of the matter is, on those times where I return to the world of darkness, it's of my own accord. It's a time for spiritual healing. It's a time for the truth, and I know the truth. And this trip, what I was doing was soothing the souls of my parents, because I had to explain to them why I would have to do the one thing I promised never to do. Kane!
You're not the Phenom anymore! I'm standing next to the real Phenom!
Uh-oh. What's he gonna do now? What hideous power? Whoa! And the Undertaker!
I will walk straight through the fires of hell to face you, Kane. And when you look into the eyes of your older brother, you will understand why I am the most feared entity in the World Wrestling Federation. You will understand why I am the reaper of wayward souls. And you will understand why I am the Lord of Darkness. Kane, there's one that I want you to think about between now and WrestleMania 14, March 29th. I want you to remember when we were small children and we would begin to fight. Mother and father were always there to pull me off of you. Well, this time, there won't be anyone to save you. May the hounds of hell eat your rotting soul, and you will rest in peace.
Rest in peace. The Undertaker has returned here. What a moment, and what a fucking Monday Night Raw, Dan. I mean, it had everything you needed, apart from maybe quality wrestling, but the stories were great.
A proper finish to a match.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, right, let's not go for the stuff it didn't have. I mean, the story of the show, you know, we look at DX, Austin, Tyson, and now Kane the Undertaker. It's unbelievable, isn't it, you know?
Most definitely, yeah.
Yeah, it changed history here. I mean, WWF is creating history here tonight. These are moments that we will always remember throughout the history of the WWE. You know, Undertaker returning after being looks to be set alight by Kane. He never wanted to face his brother, and now finally saying he's going to walk through the fires of hell to get to Kane. We know that's happened at WrestleMania. Of course, Shawn Michaels cheap shot into Austin, and we want to see Austin's response. And of course, Mike Tyson, part of DX. It is fantastic, and it is the Attitude Era. So now it's time for the second episode, Raw, episode 250, March 9th.
Well, the opening promo video of last week on Raw, Tyson joining DX.
Well, Austin getting cheap-shotted, and of course, the Brothers of Destruction, Undertaker returning to challenge Kane.
But first off, we get some fireworks.
Yeah, and JR, Cole, and Kelly on commentary.
Well, we're in Wheeling here.
Wheeling? Wheelie? No, we really are. Yes, and the Nation are out here in their numbers, of course. The Intercontinental Champion, The Rock. We see Farouk, Karma, D'Lo Brown, and of course, Mark Henry. And we are, like I say, so close to WrestleMania.
Yes, and The Rock knows his place. He wasn't stood front and centre. Farouk was. He was stood to the side. And they all raised their fist in salute.
But they're going against the undefeated Steve Blackman and Ken Shamrock.
Yes, and when Ken comes out, or as Ken comes out, he gets a great reaction from the fans. Don't
forget, in 3 weeks, the IC title is on the line, and it's Shamrock versus The Rock. Start the match off, and it's Blackman and Farouk, and Farouk's going to show his power. He wants to be, well, he said he is a leader of the nation, so he wants to prove it here tonight. And Blackman, of course, embarrassed him a couple of weeks ago on Raw with that upset victory. But Blackman and Shamrock kind of make a good team in that way, don't they? You know, with Lethal Weapon, the world's most dangerous man.
Yeah, you know, I thought they was quite a good pairing to come up with. Yeah.
Yeah. They're quite similar gimmicks, aren't they? The kind of hard kicks that they got, martial arts training.
Well, you know, one's an ex-UFC fighter, one's a martial artist. They certainly go well together.
And Shamrock at this moment is looking in great shape as he comes in and hits Farouk with a few kicks. Gonna now go trying to hit Hurricane Runner. Oh.
Farouk has it blocked though and tags in The Rock.
Yeah, that's beautiful spine buster. The Rock attacking Shamrock from behind. And the fans absolutely hate The Rock. Now he's going to pick him up, slam him down. Oh my God, and what move is he hitting here?
He is hitting Nation's elbow.
Yeah.
But he wants it referred to as the People's Elbow.
Yeah, so this is what The Rock wants to do. And the picture getting a little bit weird there. I mean,
dodgy copy from the video.
Yeah, exactly. But Rock now tags back in Farouk, and these two working very well together. Got Shamrock in trouble.
Oh, but Shamrock with kind of an X factor, planting Farouk face first onto the mat. Can he get Steve Blackman?
Oh, he does manage to tag in Steve. Blackman comes in, but that's not really a hot tag because he gets
shut down quite quickly, and Farouk goes to the corner, tags in The Rock. Now The Rock bouncing Blackman's head off the turnbuckle and giving him some big right hands to the head.
I'm talking a lot of smack, mocking Steve Blackman there. That might be a mistake.
Irish whip reversal sends Rock sternum first into the turnbuckle, then a drop kick to the back.
Rock managing to reverse the Irish whip. Blackman dodges the clothesline line, goes small package. Ooh. But The Rock kicks out. Oh my God, and a clothesline there by The Rock, keeping Blackman down. Fruit back in there with Steve Blackman.
Oh, Farouk and a thunderous power slam, goes for the cover.
Ooh.
But Blackman managing to kick out.
Blackman with a spinning kick, putting Farouk down. And JR apologises for the problems with the picture.
Oh, Farouk managing to tag in Rock. And Steve Blackman gets Ken Shamrock into the action.
And The Rock is not happy about that. Trading blows, but Shamrock wins. Oh, back elbow now. yeah, he wins that fight.
Oh, Whip's hitting the back elbow and a lovely drop kick. Third Irish whip. And a Randy Orton style scoop slam. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. Oh, but The Rock managing to kick out.
And Shamrock looks great as he comes in there with a hot tag. You consider this guy's only been really wrestling for about a year. Oh!
Hurricane Rana takes down The Rock.
1, 2. Oh, and Farouk stops that. Blackman now comes in. And oh my God, the rest of the nation come in.
Referee calls for the bell. Mark Henry's just standing on the outside.
Yeah. Oh, no, Rock's like, I'll deliver him to you. And now it's D'Lo, Karma, and Farouk beating down Shamrock. 3 weeks' time, he's got to face The Rock. Will he recover by then?
Well, after this beatdown, I don't think he will.
And Blackman just taken out by Mark Henry. And now The Rock saying, pushing Karma out of the way, saying, no, he wants him.
Rock saying, let me have him.
Oh, come on, guys, let's get out of it then. If he has him, he's got him. See, no problems at all. And The Rock just wants Shamrock. And now the nation's saying, should we maybe stay out here? Farouk saying, no, come on, just go.
And The Rock noticing that his teammates have gone, and The Rock's like, fine, I've got Shamrock. And in that time, Shamrock's recovered, and he's laying into The Rock now.
Oh, The Rock could be in trouble. Irish whipped into the corner.
Belly to belly, plants The Rock. The rest of the nation want to come down to assist their partner, but Farouk's not letting them.
And now The Rock finally getting out of the ring. And Farouk saying, you wanted him, you have him. Well, maybe the problems of the nation aren't as sorted as we thought it was.
Oh, and Shamrock taking down The Rock with an armbar and going for the ankle.
And Shamrock's going to break The Rock's ankle.
Well, we was worried if Shamrock would be able to recover in time, would The Rock be able to recover in time for WrestleMania?
Farouk is not helping. Referee can't break Shamrock off once he goes to this level.
And the referees and Pat Patterson coming down.
But, oh my God, Shamrock sending a message there saying one-on-one, with no nation around, he's got The Rock's number. But I think a great way to start Raw there, Dan.
Most definitely, yeah.
You got the story of the Farouk Rock thing in the nation. Are they going to be on the same page? And of course, Shamrock there wanting to challenge The Rock. And we got that meeting happening in 3 weeks. And you know, the nation might not be happy with Farouk either as we move on. And we are waiting for Austin to arrive.
Yes, plus a Tyson interview and DX next.
Well, China, Triple H, come to the ring.
And we get a video of Tyson in DX the moment he joined it.
Mm-hmm. And he said, I got in Owen's tiny little head.
HBK is not here tonight, but a clip is shown of last week and the sweet chin music on him.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels says Tyson joining DX is good, but the best thing was the sweet chin music to Steve Austin.
Well, Austin's a fad. HBK will not step down from the top. He doesn't lay down for anyone.
Well, Triple H and China join the announce team after telling Kelly to run away to our next match, which for our, it's Nugget time. So he comes Owen Hart.
I'm not a nugget. And it's the European title on the line. Owen Hart versus Barry Windham.
Yes. Owen confronts China, but Triple H standing in between them. I really like that bit because he's like, yeah, go on, you go through China then.
Well, we're shown what happened in Owen's match last week.
Barry and Owen have a standard 80s match.
And Triple H says he hates Owen and can't wait to beat him.
Well, there we go. Owen on the apron. Oh! And China there going for the goods and getting it. And Owen cheap shot there. Barry Windham picks up the count out victories. He's not European champion. Look at himself. Uh-oh. And here comes Bradshaw beating up Barry Windham.
Blackjack Bradshaw beating up former Blackjack Windham.
Send them running out of the way. But Owen Hart again cheap shotted by Triple H in China. Well, poor Owen. He's got Triple H to worry about. And Sable and Luna are handcuffed later tonight.
Kinky.
Well, the picture keeps going funny because of something unnatural.
Is it The Undertaker? Is he sending signs through the television broadcast?
Quite possibly. And,
Talking of unnatural,
there we go.
Kane.
We're backstage with Kane. He's got Paul Bearer there and the King, making sure he's safe. Well, Paul Bearer doesn't want to talk about The Undertaker. He wants to talk about Vader, who got destroyed at No Way Out. Not only with a tombstone, but a wrench to the face. What the hell? King and Bearer getting out of there.
Well, there was little, I don't know, cupboardy things, and the doors was flipping open on them and flipping up and down, and they was all going along in a row, spooking out the King and Paul Bearer. Kane just looked unfazed.
Yeah, like a dog who just, when you make a funny sound and he cocks his head, I think he knows who it is. Well, exactly. Scoob! Next match, Aguilar with Taka versus Brian Chris King.
Well, Brian with a sneak attack to start Aguilar, who's got the flu.
Yeah, he has. And Aguilar flew to the outside, see what I did there, and fucked Brian up on that ramp.
Well, and there's some lights and sounds in the arena.
And Brian takes over and cackles his way through the match.
Well, Aguilar come back, but King's on the apron. Taka pulls him off. They fight, and then Aguilar to the top. King trips him, and Brian is DQ'd.
And then the assault after on Aguilar.
And Taka drop kicks Brian onto King. Drop kicks Brian onto the King.
They should call him the Brian if he's the King, isn't he? Really, that makes sense. When we get a Mania moment, which is WrestleMania 2. And it was the NFL, the Battle Royal with the NFL stars and, of course, Andre the Giant winning that.
Well, James, we got some big news. Austin has arrived, and he looks pissed off.
And he does. He's not happy after the sweet chin music last week, and he's coming right out here now.
And I'd just like to point out that yesterday was Stone Cold Steve Austin Day.
Yeah, 3/16. In America it was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Over here it was just 16th of March.
Yeah, which is 16 of thirds. Goddamn kid.
I was like, Jesus Christ, what?
Austin is not happy. He's grabbed a chair and says, what, Raw's 2 hours long? He'll sit out here until Vince McMahon comes out and faces him. Well, if he doesn't, then the show's held hostage. The fans that won't seem to mind, you can see Austin for an hour.
I'll happily sit through that. Jack Lanza.
Well, one of the stooges there, Briscoe, says, come in here, you'll be fine. Well, he may have snapped, but he's over as fuck, isn't he? The crowd loving what Austin's doing. He doesn't care. He wants the boss. That's all he wants.
Telling Sergeant Slaughter to get Mr. McMahon, and that's an order. A catchphrase quite commonly used by Sergeant S. Laughter.
Well, he's the commissioner, and Austin doesn't care. We've just saw a clip of McMahon backstage, so he is here. Austin's held up the show now for about 5-10 minutes. So there's a hostage situation on Raw. Uh-oh. They're still charting Austin. Now security's coming out here. Pat Patterson, hey, coming out here with lots of young men and an old guy. Look how old that guy is.
Especially you, Pops. I'll whip your ass. It don't matter if you're 18 or 81, which is your case.
Oh, they're not happy, those two, Scurry.
Who's going to come down next?
It's got to be McMahon. They've sent everybody else. They sent out the Stooges, the Commissioner. They send out Linda next.
Austin don't care. He's got a bum bag full of sweets and goodies.
Yeah, he could be there all night.
I'm surprised he hasn't. Well, if this was Austin a few years later, he'd have a couple of beers chucked into the ring and be enjoying a cold Steve Weiser.
Hey!
And Mr. McMahon, followed by a couple of Stooges and S. Laughter. Is that senior referee Earl Hebner?
That's Dave Hebner.
Oh, Dave Hebner.
The evil twin brother.
That's enough. Get in the damn ring.
This voracious crowd not helping
You
matters
shook the
any.
carpet out from under me. You pissed on me, and you've insulted me for the last time. Look me in the eyes and explain yourself. You tell me right now that I'm not the world's toughest son of a bitch. You're as guilty as Shawn Michaels is. All I was doing was backstage, and you're trying to provoke me. Well, that's exactly what you did, but as you can see, I am a little pissed off.
Steve. It was just a figure of speech. Baddest man on the planet is a figure of speech.
This is a figure of speech right here. How do you like it?
Oh, come on. Again, we apologize, folks.
What?
What do you...
Shut up. Let's face it, Vince. You don't want to see me be the WWF champion, do you? Do you? I'm asking you a question. Let me ask you this, Vince. If you want me to be the WWF champion, give me a hell yeah. Are you going to give me a hell yeah?
You heard what they said?
I'm asking for you to give me the hell yeah, punk.
Enough of this.
No, you haven't. There ain't but one thing left for you and me.
Oh, boy. Come on, Austin.
You've insulted me for the last time, Vince. It's you and me. It's Austin McMahon. I'm giving you the first shot, so give me your best shot, because if I hit you first, you're going to be laying on the damn mat in a heap.
This is
so give me your best shot.
This is ridiculous.
Give me your best shot right there. Now go ahead and hit me. I'm not looking. Blindside me.
Austin's a heartbeat away
Show
from
some
exploding.
guts, you yellow bastard. Hit me.
Oh,
Do
come
something.
on.
You going to hit me or not?
He is out of
What are you
control.
going to do, fire me? Hell no, you ain't going to fire Stone Cold. I'll give you 10 seconds. If you ain't going to hit me, just take your yellow, rotten, stinking carcass up that damn ramp and get out of my face, because I had about enough of you.
Austin's making a big mistake. He does not need more enemies. He is so indignant.
I think Vince might be his enemy already.
How embarrassing for the owner of this company.
Austin is
What are
definitely
you going to do
crossed
about
the
it?
line.
Find me? Either hit me or get your ass up.
Austin needs help.
If you want me to kick him square in his ass, give me a hell yeah. You better get your ass to stepping or it's going to happen. 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Yeah. You're damn right. Now get your ass up there. As far as Mike Tyson goes, there's safety in numbers, so the DX, shut up.
Pay for this.
DX, Mike Tyson, it don't really make a damn. It's all a big plan. You don't want Stone Cold the WWF champ. And as far as Hunter Hearst Helmsley goes, your ass is going to be here tonight. I really ain't got nothing to do with you, but it just happens to be you are in the wrong place at the wrong time. And as soon as you get your long, stringy-haired ass in this ring, Stone Cold's going to be here kicking you in your ass like that. Shawn Michaels, you might not be here tonight, but the next time you do show up, if it's Monday Night Raw or at WrestleMania, I ain't asking you to lay down. I'm going to keep knocking your ass down until you don't get up. 1, 2, 3, that damn belt is mine, and that's the bottom line. Cause Stone Cold said so.
So Austin's saying Triple H is here, Shawn Michaels is not, and he's going to kick his ass when he sees him later.
Now that is how you do a fucking microphone promo.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. That is just classic Steve Austin there, isn't it, you know?
Yeah, brilliant.
And you can see the rival man just getting started. Austin's so annoyed that the man called Tyson the baddest man on the planet. It wasn't that bad a thing that he done. It was just, it's Austin being Austin, isn't it? And getting right into McMahon's face going, hit me, I dare you, McMahon. not doing it. But, you know, Steve Austin, he's saying nobody's against him. You just want him to win the WF title at WrestleMania 14. You get Shawn Michaels. But it is a start, and it's the start of Warzone.
It is indeed, yes. And we have the JR and King. They're profusely apologising for Stone Cold and his language.
Yeah. And the next match is Cactus and Charlie versus the Quebecers. Yeah, well, the Quebecers take control of Chainsaw. And due to time constraints, the NWA Tag Team title match that we were going to have has been cancelled.
Yes, and...
No, that's horrible. One of my favourite parts of this every month is watching the NWA involved in Monday Night Raw. Now I'm not
Have they actually defended their title successfully in a proper legitimate match?
Not yet, but we're hoping that, you know, the Headbangers, you know, still got a chance. This is a longer match than it should have been.
Yeah, but Cactus gets the hot tag in.
Yeah, but Quebec is subdued. Mrs. Moonsault Pierre hits Hurricane Runner, but just when it looked like things were lost, double arm DDT for the win. Well, Quebecers fortunate in defeat here, but Cactus and Chainsaw is going to be facing off with the New Age Outlaws at WrestleMania 14. That's what we're going to see, but impressive tonight here on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, hopefully they can get some revenge on their previous misdemeanors, getting chucked into trash cans, pushed off the stage, so on and so forth. But it seems like...
Well, hang on a minute. Rodell coming out here. Well, so Rodell coming out here saying his neck hurt last week. Now it's his shoulder and he wants some of Cactus. And Cactus is going to go chase Rodell up the ramp, leaving Chainsaw in there. Oh.
And Billy Gunn from behind.
Well, chair to Funk.
Starts punching at his head and Funk pretty much gets straight back up.
Well, he said him never to leave the side again because that's what happens. But like you said, Dan, Chainsaw Charlie's right back up. So it's Cactus chasing down the Outlaws and Billy from behind there. Well, hour 5. What's on hour 5? Oh my God, here comes Kane. Here comes Kane, the big red machine. We saw the weird goings on earlier in the locker room, and now of course what we've had on the screen as well. Well, Paul Bear's out here. And he says when Kane sent him back to hell, he could have stayed there, should have stayed there, but he's come back for his own personal damnation.
That doesn't sound like Paul Bearer, James.
What would it sound like there?
When you came back from hell, you could have stayed there.
That's not bad, yeah. Bit Brother Lovey, but you just need a little bit more.
I love you. Well, he's changed it up because it used to be,
I know.
Well, Undertaker.
And now it's got more of that. But now Paul Bear's saying that, you know, it's your fault, Taker. You set Kane alight. That's why he's got a bad eye. That's why he's got a mask on. It's not a game. And the lights go out here. And we've seen strange things, haven't we? A lights come up. The Undertaker's in the ring. Lights go out. We hear Bearer screaming. Undertaker appeared in the ring and then disappeared. Oh, there's a power of strength by Kane.
Summoning his hellfire.
Exactly, and Paul Bearer said at WrestleMania you will have to fight your brother Kane and he will send you back to hell, this time for good.
Well, we've been informed that Raw is on a Tuesday next week.
So we'll see you next Tuesday. Next match is Gold Arrow.
But with both women handcuffed to ring post. So Sable and Luna are handcuffed to opposite ring posts.
Yeah, and a huge cheer for Sable. And let's not forget Mero and Goldust were teaming up last month, weren't they? So
yeah, I thought they said a huge pair for Sable.
So they're former friends. To be fair, there is a huge pair. Let's take a quick look at her pair. Mero started quickly.
But Luna trips Mero.
And then Goldie takes control. And here we go. We're just going to follow this because this is the main event match here on Monday Night Raw. Look at Mero there with the combinations. Goldust slowly reverses. Oh.
Goldust accidentally Irish whips Mero into the referee who was in the corner. Looking for curtain call, Goldust.
But referee's down, hits Mero.
Plants him.
Then there's Sable with her huge handcuffs. Oh! And why would you do that? Goldust just leg dropped the back of referee. Taking his gloves off. Groping the referee. No, he's not. He's reaching into the pocket.
He's going to unlock Sable, take her to the back and...
do what he wants with her, yeah. I mean, Sable's saying, yeah, I like that. But Luna there, she's also handcuffed. I think that's what Goldust is going to do. Aww.
Kiss on the lips for Sable as he undoes the handcuffs.
So Luna now is free. A kiss and a quick release for Luna, and Sable's stuck where she is. And Luna now, what is she going to do? Uh-oh, she's got something in her hand. Sable say, no, you don't. Luna grabs Sable, and they're attacking Sable. Mero's knocked out ring. Oh my God.
She's putting makeup all around the face of Sable.
Ruining Sable's face here.
She's still fitter than Luna.
Oh my God, smearing green and reds up her. Oh, but look at that on her hair. She's got a drink in her hand. Oh my God, throws it at Sable. And I think Sable now, she has lost her shit. And she's trying to get away, saying to Luna and Goldust, I'm going to get you. And what a heinous assault there by Goldust and Luna. Sable is furious. Mero finally realising what they've done. She's absolutely furious. Mero's like, what's happened? Goldust and Luna got one up on Sable. And her face is a mess. And uh-oh. Sable's been released. Going right after Luna, but the official's stopping her. Oh my word. Dan, what do you think of that?
I thought it was crazy. It's certainly bringing out an intense rivalry between Luna and Sable.
Yeah, and we might be seeing, or hopefully seeing them fight coming up maybe with Goldust and Mark Mero involved, and Sable there. She, like you said, she still looks good even with all the mark on her face. Obviously, Goldust and Luna backstage. Mocking Sable. So you see another video of Tyson joining DX, and then hopefully we're going to get some words from Mike Tyson. And we see lots and lots of stuff about Mike Tyson. There we go. We're going to get some comments with Mike Tyson now from JR. So Tyson there, Dan, what did he have to say?
Well, he says he's very excited about being at WrestleMania. No, he was just saying Stone Cold Steve Austin disrespected him, so he showed him no respect back. Yeah,
that's basically it. He's a member of DX. Everybody uses someone, he said to JR, you use someone to get where you were right now. So Tyson thinks he can be an fair and impartial referee at WrestleMania. I believe Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
But it was main event time. Xavier Vega coming out here with Los Boricuas, and now the officials. S. Laughter, Pat Patterson, Triple H out here. And he seems happy about everything. China now just having a stare off with Xavier Vega. JR apologises yet again for Steve Austin. And Austin said as soon as Triple H said he was going to beat him up. I mean, the amount of officials, it's basically a lumberjack match here, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah.
China goes out of the ring, and we're going to start this off. And we're going to try and have a normal match between Triple H and Vega. Oh, wait a minute.
Austin appears and he's walking down the ramp. No fear in the rattlesnake's eyes.
Pushes the officials. And now he's in the ring. Oh!
One stunner.
Referee's in the way.
Two stunner.
Xavier Vega. Three stunner.
Shawn Michaels is in the ring.
Oh!
Sweet chin music to Austin from Michaels.
Oh.
Now Triple H is beating him down.
Austin just got caught in a DX master plan. Michaels got the chair, but I think he's just knocked out Steve Austin with sweet chin music. He wants him up. Austin's in serious trouble. Here comes Michaels now. Oh, and we leave Monday Night Raw. A real Nitro trick by them. Leaving as the action gets good. But Michaels surprises us all and shows up. What do you think of that episode, Dan?
I thought it was bloody good, yeah.
Yeah, we're on the road to WrestleMania, like we say, so it builds up the feud to Undertaker and Kane. We know the Sable, Luna feud still going on, Cactus and Chainsaw with the Outlaws, of course the Mike Tyson thing, and now Michael surprising us all. But we move on to our next episode, which is episode
251, 17th of March, 1998.
Yeah, no promo video, straight to the opening video. And then we get fireworks.
Yes, and we are in Phoenix.
Yeah, and we get JR Cole on commentary. And it's 12 days till WrestleMania.
And the crowd is very hot tonight.
Yeah, and Kevin Kelly's... Shamrock comes out interviewed by Kevin Kelly in the ring. They show Kane catching Rock last week, putting the ankle lock on the outside.
Kelly says only his temper could cost him.
Yeah, but Ken says he fought in the MMA. He fought in MMA, and one thing he's got is discipline.
And when it comes to Mania, Maivia will enter the zone and lose the IC title.
Yeah, and he says you call yourself the People's Champion, then he gets interrupted by The Rock.
You smelled The Rock is cooking.
He was already looking like a star holding his title, and a great crowd reaction. Well, negative crowd reaction for him, but great nonetheless. And now the nation maybe get behind The Rock. So know your role and shut your mouth. Jabroni. Even though he's already started, he's picking up all these phrases. Third person. So The Rock says Shamrock couldn't last 2 minutes with any of the members of the nation, let alone Ken Shamrock, let alone himself. So The Rock saying if he can last 2 minutes with any member of the nation, he'll get an IC title match tonight. Look at D'Lo, he's not very happy. But The Rock saying go down there, 2 minutes. Surely he can do this, Dan, can't he?
Well, don't call me Shirley, but I've got faith in D'Lo.
Yeah. Well, Shamrock's not even in wrestling gear.
That's racism right there.
Well, what did Shamrock just say? Is that allowed?
He told D'Lo Brown to shut his monkey ass right up.
Well, D'Lo attacks from behind. Now we've got a clock 2 minutes on it. So Shamrock can beat the clock. He gets a title shot tonight. Already 10 seconds gone already. D'Lo's going to do this easily.
Oh, will D'Lo get the shot if he manages to beat Ken Shamrock?
I think he deserves to, yeah. If it's in 2 minutes and D'Lo, big right hands to Ken. And Shamrock not even ready yet. Snap man, the leg drop. 30 seconds gone. I mean, look at Rocky Sucks chance. They really do hate him, and Shamrock fighting out the corner now. The Rock checking the clock. 45 seconds gone. Shamrock making a comeback. D'Lo versus the Irish Whip line. That is a beautiful calf kick. And a minute gone, and D'Lo saying, there you go, 2 minutes easy. Now, like you said, I think D'Lo deserves a title shot if he can. Uh-oh. Tries the right hand, but gets cut off by Ken.
Ken with a back elbow.
And then a beautiful kick by Shamrock. Get the crowd into it. Just under 45 seconds left. Reversing him to the corner.
Planted with a belly to belly. And we know what follows this.
And we're under 30 seconds to go, but Shamrock knows now. 2 minutes, he's going to get this.
Can D'Lo hold on for another 15 seconds?
Oh! Chair to the back. And Shamrock gets laid out. Disqualification, so The Rock was worried then.
Yeah, but he didn't win the match.
This is fucking brilliant. Wait a minute. Well, Shamrock on his knees now, slowly getting up. And look at him, wanting The Rock to do it.
Shit.
What just happened, Dan?
Well, The Rock had a steel chair. Shamrock was on his knees. And Shamrock was just like, just bring it. Just bring the chair shot. And an unprotected chair shot to the face just knocked Bandy.
We thought the chair shot The Rock delivered a couple of weeks ago was good. This was a home run here. Come on, let's see a replay of it. Farouk come out here and said, what have you just done?
Even Farouk is disgusting.
Yeah. By any means necessary.
A way to get yourself a lot of heat, though.
Yeah. Well, Shamrock just looking like a tough guy. Well, maybe he thought The Rock wouldn't swing. But they do meet, though, they do meet at WrestleMania 14. Shamrock gets to his feet. And Raw continues as the doctors check on him.
God, he's been busted open.
Here we go. Replay time.
Did he say fucking bring it, you motherfucker?
Yeah. Let's see the impact again. Oh, no, let's see the impact. Look at that, though. Yeah, like you said, busted open.
I don't even think he's faking that either.
He's backstage. Oh, my God. Well, he doesn't want to go to the hospital. He's getting angry with the paramedics now. Well, we hope to have an update later.
Yes, but tonight we get B.A. Billy Gunn against Chainsaw Charlie.
And McMahon addresses the Austin situation. But Sable's out to the ring after last week's attack by Luna.
She is fucking out in that ring and all.
Big out in that ring. I don't think she's got that nice a face, though.
I still would.
Yeah, I'm not saying... Yeah, if she knocked on the door, I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm sorry, I was expecting Sonny. Well, not now.
I was expecting Brock.
Yeah. Let's see what she's got to say.
I don't like her voice, though.
Better than Sonny's.
Better than Luna's.
I am gay and Luna. Straight to the point, I suppose. Oh, my God. Sable wants Luna right here tonight. And the crowd love it. Whoa. Well, she says she wants her to be here so she can kick her. Short and sweet. Fair play. So is it going to be Suba? Is it going to be Sable versus Luna later? We'll find out. Next match, there's a gorilla on the commentary.
You what?
Right. Wait until you see this.
Gorilla Monsoon, don't you mean?
No. Unfortunately not, Dan. You have
someone in the gorilla position.
You're going to have to watch this to believe it. But here he comes, doing his best Owen Hart impersonation.
But he's actually successful.
Yeah, here we go.
Not killing himself.
It's the Phoenix Gorilla. It's the team mascot, Dan. Out here. Huge ovation. Oh, he's going to sing Cara his way in. When he's bumping around like Shawn Michaels versus Hulk Hogan. So I didn't know if like my drug-induced coma had brought this on when I was watching it or not. So it's good that I got confirmation. And he joins the commentary team for the next match. And Teddy Shalise in the ring, so it's time for
JEFFJARRET.
Ain't he great versus Tom Brandy.
Bad as it sounds, the entrance is actually longer than the match itself.
Yeah, which is a bad thing. Figure 4, easy victory.
Yes, and then we get an update on Ken Concussion Shamrock, and he's going to hospital.
Yeah, so that's good. And 21 minutes. So we hear from The Rock, and The Rock doesn't care about Ken Shamrock. I mean, how cocky is The Rock? He doesn't care about what he's done. All he wants to do... Well, he doesn't care about what he's done. He said they're going to have to find an opponent for WrestleMania now. You know, Ken Shamrock's get from home. He's finished and done with. We get a video hyping WrestleMania and then the WWF title match. Yeah, we get a video hyping Mania and then the WWF title match.
Yes, and you know how they've got their different roads to Mania, and you get an in-depth look at HBK. He's not there live, and how he's beaten Nash, he's beaten Brett, and it's basically from when he was in the Rockers to now.
Yeah, and it's so well produced by the WWF. This is what they do better than WCW back then and even now. And I'm just going to show you my favourite bit of this video because it gave me goosebumps watching it, and you just build up Shawn Michaels in such a way.
Everything that Shawn Michaels is about, everything that he prepared as a youngster to be, is about being the WWF champion.
And I am simply the very best sports entertainer in the world today.
Whether you love Shawn Michaels or you hate him, it's really irrelevant. He's a magnificent athlete with a tremendous fighting spirit.
Michaels, we've always said, has more guts than brains.
I got news for you. I don't run and I don't hide.
Incoming! How in the hell is Michaels standing? Come on, Rob! Absolutely ungodly!
The Heartbreak Kid lays down for absolutely nobody.
Shawn Michaels is like a pit bulldog. He doesn't know how big or how little he really is. He doesn't really give a damn. This could be all right here from home up. Oh! There goes Michaels! And he got it! Michaels! Yes! Who is the show stopper? HBK will fly!
Me, who is the main event? Me, who is the man?
I've never seen anything like that in my life.
Me, the World Wrestling Federation Champion, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels!
Well, my favourite bit there, just that little bit by JR showing, and it's showing how good Michaels is. And it's hard to argue that he isn't the best that in-ring performer, do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
We see Nitro, we've seen, WWF stuff, and Michaels delivers every single time that he's in.
Yeah, you know, he's been a pivotal part of the WWF, you know, for a few years now, and, you know, and he's only going to get better.
Well, this is the thing, isn't it? This is a scary thing. He's going to put, Austin over, and then just the way the career changed as well. It's really remarkable stuff. Great stuff by the WWF there.
We've got a handicap match next, and it is Rock and Roll Express and Jim Cornette.
Yeah, and the monkey's out again. Not D'Lo Brown, as Ken Shamrock would have you think, but the mascot for the team.
Yep, and the past week on Superstars, Jim beat Thrasher.
Yep.
So how would they do this 3-on-2?
Well, don't forget they are the NWA Tag Team Champions and the Headbangers are in control early.
The ref gets distracted and the Rock and Roll Express take over.
Yeah, then stage dive out of nowhere, Headbangers win. But look at the impact. This is stage dive. It's a powerbomb into leg drop. It just fucks him up. How's that even meant to be a proper wrestling move? He just beat the shit out of the old man. So the Headbangers win and Jim's not happy. Oh, and they brought Jim Cornette in the hard way and they're going to beat him up. Wait a minute. Who are these two tough men here?
Who are these two guys?
Oh my... Well, that looks like Bart Gunn, who last time we saw him was with the smoking guns.
Is that Bob Holly with hair?
Yeah, I think it is a spark plug.
Headcore Holly.
And he's coming out here and they're beating up Marshall and Thrasher. Double team. They've got ME on their trunks. Yeah, well, Spinebuster from the top. Well, you mentioned Midnight's, but Jim Cornette used to manage the old Midnight Express, and now we've got
the new Midnight Express.
Oh yeah, well it's Bart and Bob and they put the beat down on the Headbangers. Will we find out who they are? It's Bob Holly now. He's waiting for Bart.
A rocket launcher.
And look, Jim Cornette put the boots in.
That Bob Holly looks hardcore.
He does.
He looks really weird with hair though.
Oh, and now Rock and Roll Express in, and of course they're part of the NWA, and Jim Cornette's got the microphone. Bombastic Bob.
And Bodacious Bart.
The new Midnight Express is here to save the NWA. And this is going to change the Monday Night Raw's Monday Night War. This is a ratings win for Raw. My God, the new Midnight Express. And Cornette still says there's been a problem because people have been putting their hands on him.
And they've just taken out the Rock and Roll Express. There's only room for one Express, and that is the new Midnight Express.
My God, we've been waiting for these two men to debut, and Wrestling World's just got a little bit better. Not for the Rock and Roll, though, just been beaten down.
Bombastic Bob dropping the leg from the top rope.
Oh, my word. And a beat down on Rock and Roll. So we get more Mania build.
Yes, the Gorilla is still around.
Yeah, you can outstay your welcome.
You can indeed.
Up next, 41 minutes. Oh, it's Kane.
It's Kane.
Kane is out here with Paul Bearer yet again, and the Gorilla's stuck in the middle of the ring.
Gorilla 316.
Well, you just got Tombstone maybe by Kane coming out here. And Kane doesn't like mascots, and this is where it started.
Kane's hatred for mascots.
Well, he's on a collision course with his brother at WrestleMania, and JR pleading for the Gorilla to back down, but he won't. This is the Planet of the Apes. Kane's got him. Oh my God.
And lifts him at least 15 foot in the air and choke slams him. Paul Bearer's not happy there though, he wants more.
Well, that was a one-handed choke slam. Kane now picking up the Gorilla. No, I know he's not wrestling, he's a fucking Gorilla, JR. You'd have to tell us.
And a thunderous spiked pile driver there from Kane.
This is not funny. It's hilarious. Kane showing his power. He is not monkeying around here. He's sending a message to the dead man. I need the Attitude Era.
Yes, and we get a recap of the first hour as we start Warzone.
Yes, and Owen out here cast on ankle. He joined commentary, which are, of course, the King and JR now for the Warzone. The European champion, because that's what China did to him a couple of weeks ago. I'll see what happened last week. It wasn't China, it was happening during the match. Here we go. So this is what happened last Monday during the European title match with Barry Windham. You see what happened there, Dan? I need like that. Yes, his leg went out from under his leg, but he's still European champion. He's coming out here. Good old JR. Look at that fan grabbing Owen.
Oh, I grabbed Owen Hart by the neck and I wouldn't let him go.
I said to him, don't go up there. He joins commentary, yeah. Next match is Charlie versus Billy.
Chainsaw Charlie versus Billy Gunn. And we see a clip from last week's tag match.
Yes. New Age bring a dumpster out to the...
No Cactus Jack with Chainsaw Charlie, though.
No, that's interesting as well. Road Dogg and Mike commentating on the match. So throughout the whole match, he is there just talking smack. And he power drives them ×2. Billy lifts Funk, making sure he could have beat him there, but he just wants to hurt the old man. And now Charlie come back, and this has been a terrible match. You know, I'm not saying they're great wrestlers. Funk used to be a great wrestler, but the wrestling changed, if you know what I mean. But the brawling style is what the Outlaws bring as well. And Road Dogg's shouting at a closed fists.
Charlie plants Billy with a DDT.
And a
second DDT.
Billy might be out, and Road Dogg's in. Oh.
And hits him across the back with a tag team title.
Well, Cactus's credit. Chainsaw to his credit, back to his feet.
Oh, ducks Road Dogg's attempt to hit him across the face with a title.
And now that tag team title's in there, and what's Chainsaw got planned?
Another DDT straight onto the belt.
And Billy knocked out, and Chainsaw gonna go after Road Dogg, and Road Dogg saying no. Oh!
Hits him across the face with a forearm.
Oh, look who it is! It's Cactus. He's at the top of the ramp, and what the hell has Charlie got in his hand?
He's got some kind of rope, James.
Well, Cactus, I think, brought it down, and Chainsaw now tying the legs of Road Dogg. What's Cactus doing? He's got a rope.
Well, he's pulling his rope as Chainsaw Charlie's rope's going up.
There's around the ankles. Road Dogg's getting lifted. Oh my God, no! Billy's out here trying to stop this. Road Dogg's being lifted
into the heavens.
They're wenching him up. Billy trying to hold on to Road Dogg. Charlie there catching Billy Gunn.
Oh, and now Billy Gunn's been left alone.
And here comes Cactus. And Road Dogg is just hanging
Road
there.
Dogg's just like a piñata.
And what a plan it was by Cactus and Charlie. Well, Cactus saying, Road Dogg said to him last week, never leave your partner's side.
And Cactus saying he don't know how to get Road Dogg down, so your ass better call somebody.
Yeah, I mean, terrible match, but not a bad angle. That was leaving Road Dogg hanging there. Up, Luna is next.
Oh dear.
Yeah, see what her response would be. I mean, what would it sound like, Dan?
Sable, I'm gonna get you for what you've done to me.
Exactly like that.
I gotta stop doing this.
Yeah. How can she talk like that? It must really hurt her throat. But she said, well, she calls Sable a slut and says she'll beat her up tonight. But
Sable, you're a slut.
When she decides. I know. We get more bill for WrestleMania, and then
here comes McMahon.
We're going to find McMahon. We're going to try and get McMahon's true feelings on Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's all Kevin Kelly saying to him, look, this is what happened last week. What do you really think?
Hit me with your best shot.
How could Stone Cold Steve Austin compete against Shawn Michaels for the WWE title at WrestleMania with a broken jaw?
Oh, that's why he didn't hit him down.
Wow.
Didn't want to break Austin's jaw.
And it certainly would not have looked good, or who knows what would have happened if I had taken Austin down.
Yeah, that's right.
Vince, there's one other thing that happened last week to which we never got an answer. I want to ask you that question right now. Stone Cold asked you, do you want to see Stone Cold Steve Austin as the WWF champion, yes or no? What's the answer?
I can tell you what the front office will say.
Well, it really doesn't matter what I think.
He is the front office.
It matters what all of you, the WWF fans, think.
But Stone Cold Steve Austin and now myself asking you personally, do you want Stone Cold Steve Austin as the World Wrestling Federation champion?
Kevin Kelly's really pushing it.
If Austin would be reasonable and listen to reason and be molded into a respectful WWF champion, that would be one thing. But if Austin becomes WWF champion as we know him now, that would be a public relations corporate nightmare.
Public relations corporate nightmare. So they're really building the fact if Austin does become champion, McMahon wants to mould him, but he's still not answered the question.
Fans fans of the World Wrestling Federation all want to know the truth.
What, like he's been lying up to now?
I'm not so sure that you or the WWF fans, or for that matter, Stone Cold Steve Austin, can handle the truth. Thank you.
Mr. McMahon, you still have not answered the question. Yes or no?
All right? It's not just a no, it's a, oh, hell no! And Austin, that's the bottom line because Vince McMahon said so. Thank you very much.
Gotta love Vinnie Mac.
So it's not just a no, it's a hell no.
You out there, Luna Vachon?
What's your McMahon?
Oh, hell no. Terrible. It's worse than Luna. He's got a pair of balls now that Austin ain't there for the evening.
Exactly. So Austin won't be happy after he sees that. Afterwards, we do get a video of Stone Cold Steve Austin, much like the Michaels one early on in the show. This recaps his journey to WrestleMania 14.
And it's showing what he's all about. Yeah. So Austin and Michaels both not here tonight.
Yeah.
But they are promoting Luna versus Sable here, and Owen is still on commentary.
And Triple H comes out.
It's almost like Owen's been given a script to say, and then Triple H should just say what he wants to make Owen look bad. He says 12 days he's going to kick his ass, but not tonight. Oh.
Triple H pie faces Owen Hart.
Oh.
Who throws a cup of water over his face, and Owen's still fighting despite having his leg in a cast.
Yeah, one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest, and he takes down Helmsley.
Well, a double-leg takedown, and he's punching away at Helmsley's head. Surprised China's not out here.
Well, with Triple H around, China's always going to be somewhere. And Owen beating the hell out of Helmsley, throws him back in. Then referee rings the bell. We're going to get a European title match. Triple H goes to the right hand. Owen dodges. Oh, and he clotheslines Helmsley over the top.
Triple H pulls Owen Hart into the ring post. It's not the first time he's going to be united with one of them.
Yeah, exactly.
It will be the last.
Well, Helmsley's screaming at the referee and Owen trying to recover. Oh, and here comes China with a baseball bat. And she just hit Owen Hart right in the ankle. The injured ankle. Throws him in. Helmsley's got the leg submission in. He's not giving up, but referee's got no choice. He's still got his watch on. He calls for the bell. And that means we've got a new European champion here, but Helmsley to win.
So Triple H cheated his way back to the European Championship.
And made Owen Hart look like a fucking idiot in the process. And the DX music plays and Helmsley wins. You wish he was sent back to Calgary in a fucking wheelchair. I mean, isn't that a complete burial, though, of a wrestler? Though?
That is, yeah.
I thought that when I was watching. I was like, it's pointless having Owen Hart if you're not going to use him. It's just, I don't want to say it's unfair, but like, everybody else of his family's over in Nitro. You know, it's just...
Well, you could accuse the company of picking on him because he's chosen to be loyal.
Yeah, exactly. It's so weird, you know, and... Helmsley is European champion, so they go WrestleMania. So I guess, like I say, Helmsley will be defending, but heinous attack by China on Owen.
A H-anus attack.
And now it's what we've all been waiting for: Luna and Sable. Luna coming out here with Goldust, Dustin Reynolds. You've seen Goldust with me, don't you? So between us, we only need to see what Brock and Rock. So we see the attack from last week. Heinous attack, Dan, wasn't it? H-anus attack.
It was, yes, and Luna smothered Sable's face with makeup.
And usually when Sable gets her face smothered, she doesn't mind, but not with that makeup that Luna had. And look at the ovation, hear the ovation for Sable. She's coming out with a poipus.
She's accompanied by Mark Mero.
Oh yeah, sorry, not Dolphin. So here they come, and look at the officials already. Here comes Sable, she's running to the ring.
She's careful she don't get black eyes. Straight for Luna, but... their respective partners are holding them back.
Oh.
Dustin Rhodes is struggling.
He grabs her leg. Where's her then?
Grabs her now.
Yeah, look at that. Look at Timmy White going, oh, we have to grab Sable. That's a shame.
I'll grab Sable.
Yeah, Mero trying to pull her off. This is an all-out brawl. Let them fight what the crowd shouts. Here comes Sable. Oh, no. Mero gets her. Oh, here comes Luna away.
Nope, she trips and falls. Oh, they nearly had hands on each other.
Sable, knock it off. And Sable wants to go after the officials now. Well, Sergeant S. laughed. Is going to sort things out.
And that's an order.
Well, Sable got so close it was only Goldust in between them.
None of them can look Sable in the eye.
She got eyes.
Allegedly.
Has she? Oh, Sable now. That's what you would do, wouldn't it? You'd flash, and you like distract them all, and then go and attack Luna. We're like, oh, Luna pushed down Goldust, and there we go.
Hey.
Sable's got Luna. Cat
Punching
fight.
away at her, bouncing her head off the mat.
Oh my God, ripping her clothes off.
Luna ripped Sable's clothes off, not the other way round.
Oh, Luna now. Sable with big right hands.
Put more clothes on to Luna and take Sable's off.
Goldust player has to pick up Sable. Oh, and when he dropped her down then, that wasn't nice. Maybe she rolled her ankle there. Sable getting... Sable... Fuck me. Goldust getting Luna out of the way. I know, the injury looks bad, doesn't it? I think it's her ankle.
It does. She should remain on all fours.
Oh, the music plays and Mero wants to lift the arm, but she can't get up at the moment. Mero. He's saying, what are you fucking around for? Come on. Make me look like a fucking idiot in front of everybody. No. It can't be, can it? Well, we've seen him tombstoning a gorilla, but he can't do this. Surely he can't.
Well, don't call me Shirley, but Kane's coming out here with hellfire and brimstone.
Yeah. And the fat Paul Bearer, and he's leading the charge here. He wants him. He wants Kane to hurt Sable. Well, we know about the brothers, but now this is Kane and Sable. Mero, though, is not going to... He's backing up Mero to his credit. He's going to help Sable out here.
Of course he would. He wouldn't leave a damsel in distress.
No, she's all right. And here comes Kane. Mero. Kane with the fireworks. And look at Mero.
Jumps over the top rope.
No, he's going to get help. He's going to get help and he'll be back. Oh, you bastard, Mero. I'm sure he's going to get help. And Bearer's like, no, bet you like this. And Bearer's saying, chokeslammer. Uh-oh, chokeslam.
Oh, but the lights go out for a second time and the bells chime.
And it's time for the better. Where is the Undertaker?
I can feel a coldness in the air.
Oh, my God. There he is down on top of the Titantron.
Where is he?
WrestleMania 14, I will strike down upon thee with anger and furious vengeance. I will deliver you to the fiery pits of eternal damnation. You will know my name as the Lord of Darkness. Little brother, I've felt your wrath. Now you're gonna feel mine.
What a WrestleMania!
It's too late to turn back. The only thing that you can do now is rest in peace.
That's an effigy of Kane in that casket, and he's burning, and he may burn in hell after WrestleMania. The Undertaker has spoken, and he will meet his brother in 12 days at WrestleMania.
Casket opens up, and that looks like Kane.
It looks like a gimp.
Looks like a figure of Kane, and it's just setting effigy of Kane on fire, Dan.
He's on fire, baby!
Oh my God, baby! And this message sent to Kane. Paul Bearer can't believe seeing it. Oh my goodness.
Wow, the mind games are afoot.
I mean, the match is just shit, but the promos and the segments are really fucking good.
Yeah, most definitely, yeah.
So, episode 252, March 23rd. Video to start is for man last week and what he thought of Austin.
And then we get the opening titles and fireworks.
Yay! Cole and JR on commentary. Kevin Kelly is in the ring.
That's a cool t-shirt.
Because Steve Austin's coming out here to interview him. It is a cool t-shirt that Austin is wearing. You got to remember, Austin's got to be furious because 2 weeks ago getting super kicked by Shawn Michaels yet again, and then last week McMahon having his true feelings, or saying the true feelings about Steve Austin, so he's got to be pissed. And his t-shirt says, "Don't trust anybody."
Well, Kevin Kelly, he probed Vince McMahon last week, got the answers that he wanted. Was Stone Cold. He's an instigator, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Let's see probing him. Austin tells Kelly to shut the fuck up. He wants Shawn Michaels' ass. Well, DX are on the way here tonight. Go on, Steve. Kelly's assaulting you.
Stunner.
Oh, Austin saying he's got the night off. He's going to drink a few beers, and Sergeant S. Laughter coming out here. The commish.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Sounds like a Dalek.
Exterminate you.
Oh my God, Slaughter's got big news. Whoa.
That is a huge match.
That is, yeah. Steve Austin versus Rocky Maivia. Apparently the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion.
That is probably the worst sell of a stunner I've seen in my life.
Sergeant Slaughter broke his neck landing on that. Austin was disrespected there, so he sent a stunner, well, gave a stunner to Slaughter, and he will face The Rock in the main event tonight.
So correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't that the WrestleMania 15 main event just 6 days before WrestleMania 14?
All people looking to the future and see that, eh? Well, DX will be here tonight.
Yes, but Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie are out next.
And they're going up against the Quebecers, Pierre and Jacques.
Jacques. No, Jacques. Pierre and Jacques.
Well, at WrestleMania, we are going to get a dumpster match between the Outlaws and the Ulsters. I don't know what to call it. Cactus and Chainsaw. And at WrestleMania, JR informs us of the rules as the Quebecers in control. Cactus come back, Charlie comes in to send them out of the ring, and we see the Outlaws, for some reason, setting up a fine dinner service on the stage. I don't know why it's there for. Cactus drop kick down, here comes Charlie back in. JR saying he's never seen a dumpster match.
What was the point?
Yeah, after that, because at the moment the Outlaws are setting up like a table, chairs, they're putting wine on it, they're having a meal, and there must be a reasoning behind this, you know? And in the end, look, they got the little table there, little figures of Cactus and Charlie, but all this is for no reason. Yep, more slams than anything else. Austin Sunnyside, I like that. Here comes Pierre, and he gets a boot to the face, and Billy Gunn and Road Dogg now looking on the action as Cactus gets tagged in. Here comes Billy.
Well, Billy's in the ring. Where's Road Dogg? He took his time.
Yep, disqualification. He brings a bucket in. And now they're beating up Chainsaw and Cactus. Now Billy with the bucket to the back of Chainsaw. Blatant attack by the Outlaws there on Chainsaw and Cactus. Cactus family would be cacti, wouldn't it? They got the table now, Road Dogg. And Quebec's just looking on. So they've just pushed all over everything they had planned. Throw the table in. Hits Chainsaw a little bit. Now, what would you do with the table? Set it up, put them through it? No. Road Dogg collapsing Funk there. Big right hand. And now Billy on the second rope. He's got the table. And he puts it through Terry Funk's head. Not a pile driver. Chainsaw slowly getting to his feet. Oh!
A seated pile driver that was spiked.
Road Dogg just punched the table. Billy and Road Dogg beating up Chainsaw.
Billy's breaking the fourth wall.
Cactus. Now it's Road Dogg. But, I mean, what was the point in that, you know? After that, we get shown what we've just seen by JR, so that's great.
Tennessee Lee is in the ring and announces JARRETT, who comes out to the ring riding a horse, all flashing.
Yeah, literally, again, weren't sure what was going on, but it was a horse covered in lights. JJ's been on a roll since joining Lee, but now he goes up against the undefeated Steve Blackman This match is not offensive. JJ has carried Blackman the majority of this match.
Steve and gain control, but
yeah,
we're seeing Steve Blackman on his comeback.
Yes, he is coming back on Jeff Jarrett. Oh, just got caught with a big back elbow there, though. And Jarrett saying, use your head. Oh, Blackman now superplex, but Tennessee Lee grabbed the leg of Blackman, and now he's got the leg again as Jeff Jarrett's got the pin.
So Jeff Jarrett was the man to end Steve Blackman's undefeated streak.
Yeah, unbelievable here. I mean, Blackman's undefeated streak is over, and he's furious.
Is he going to snap?
Well, he's furious with the referee, Tennessee Lee. And here comes the referee now. It maybe in the back saw what happened. He said that he hit a suplex. Tennessee Lee there. Happened is Blackman trying to get the cover up. And Jimmy Corderas, and Jeff Jarrett just blindsided the ref. Blackman suplexes Jeff Jarrett. And then a bicycle kick. A little bit of retribution. He's going to hurt Tennessee Lee now. Oh no, Lee don't want any of that. So the referee's just about to change his decision. He got knocked out. And Blackman chases Lee down. Well, DX Public Workout is in Boston on Thursday.
Yes, and then we get some Undertaker versus Kane build-up. And they show last week what happened between Kane and the Gorilla, what happened between Kane and nearly happened between Sable, and, of course, Undertaker showing his face.
And now the Undertaker's at his mum and dad's grave. Basically, I'll give you the top and bottom of this. He's saying that, the parents, that I'm sorry what I'm going to have to do to Kane, but the time has come now. I hope you can forgive me. I do this for the family, basically. And, the two brothers will fight at WrestleMania. Kane arrives. And just remember, Kane and The Undertaker never faced each other at WrestleMania, so the build-up for this is massive. These two phenoms are finally going to go one-on-one after all this build-up. We've seen 6 months of build-up to finally deliver this now. Well, even longer, because throughout 97, Bearer said he had a seat, and it was all Kane. So for the past 2 years... Yeah, Kane, give us a demonstration of your power. We saw what The Undertaker can do, setting Kane alight last week. Whoa! My God, the lightning rig up there just exploded. And the announcers there in trouble. Be barbecued. Kane's got his hand up. Oh my God! Sets the announce table alight.
He's just blown all the monitors in front of JR and Michael Cole.
You can hear them choking. Fire extinguisher there. Kane's still not finished. That spotlight's been in Paul Bearer's eyes all night. The spotlight taken out there by Kane. There's some guy up there, for God's sake. It must be 25 feet in the air.
At least 50 foot up there.
This is disgusting. Kane got so much power. Doesn't matter who it is, he's going to destroy everybody in the WWF. Paul Bearer said to Kane, do what you want to. And what is Kane going to do? And he's looking at a guy who's doing one of the crew members. Oh my God! Oh my God, Dan, what's happening?
Well, he's just set a crew member alight.
Well, this human being is on fire! Someone put him out, baby! Oh my God, running around. What has Kane done? Committed murder here tonight. Oh my God, fire extinguishers here. And what a sick moment here. Right, Raw, Kane has burnt a man alive. Dan, what do you think of that?
Kane is a lunatic. He's killed a man. It was Hunter Brown, the man he burnt.
Are you looking forward to the match at WrestleMania, Dan, between The Undertaker and Kane?
It's certainly going to be intense.
And it's all The Undertaker's fault. And whatever happens at WrestleMania, it will be The Undertaker that rests in peace, according to Paul Bearer.
Yes, it is Bombastic Bob and Bodacious Bart, the new Midnight Express versus DOA, the Disciples, the Disciples of Apocalypse.
Yeah, awful match. But at WrestleMania 15 tag teams will be in a battle royal, and the winner will get a title shot in April.
And wouldn't you know, the other tag teams arrive. Los Barriquos, Sniper, Recon, not a part of Truth Commission.
Yeah, they are not a part of Truth Commission anymore, Dan. That's an excellent point. They're falling out of favour with the Jackal, so now Sniper and Recon are doing their own thing.
You've got the Rock and Roll Express and the Quebecers.
Yeah, and the LOD chants. I mean, JR says it's wishful thinking. They're done. So who will be huge battle royal at WrestleMania? We just don't know. We wrap up the first part and get a recap of first hour before Warzone.
And the King joins the commentary team.
Yeah, and DX. So Shawn Michaels just talking shit to Vince McMahon and Stone Cold Steve Austin. He doesn't give a damn. They respect no one, Dan.
They truly are degenerates.
And now Michaels mocking him for 8 whole years. So same age, but doing it 5 years longer. But just because he's been doing it longer, Dan, doesn't mean that he's better, you know. Just because he's been in the WWE longer. Like you said, Bobby Roode is the Stone Cold Steve Austin of today, isn't he, you know?
No, he's not.
He is.
No,
he is. So Michael's saying with Austin, he's got beaten, but there was one that Austin's got overcome. No, the enforcer, Mike Tyson, remember DX. My God, so Michael's saying there is no doubt in his mind that he will still be WF champion come WrestleMania 14 with Iron Mike Tyson in his corner. It'd be hard to argue this, Dan, wouldn't it, you know?
Yes, it seems as though the numbers are with HBK.
Yeah. One little interesting fact I want to make. So Triple H has just come out here with China, Mike Tyson and Shawn Michaels. You know, this is DX. We'll check it when we do our Raw after WrestleMania. In 7 days' time, the night after WrestleMania, with Triple H, who he comes down to the ring with, and who DX are. It's a huge change when you think about it, you know? But more on that next month.
Well, we see the mental chair shot from last week, and that actually made my stomach turn, that chair shot. It was grotesque, and it knocked Ken Shamrock out.
JR says this is the most anticipated WWE title match in WWE history. So, yeah, Farouk out here by himself versus Chains, and he is in control.
Yes, and then The Rock comes to ringside.
Well, don't forget, if Rocky gets DQ'd against Ken Shamrock at WrestleMania, he loses the IC title. And now the leader of the nation wants to send a message not only to Chains and the DOA, but members of the nation themselves who have questioned him over these last couple of months. And The Rock out here getting Rocky sucks chance, but Chains fighting back.
Oh, and a rake to the eyes from Farouk. Snap suplex there. No one does it better.
Farouk going for a cover, but Chains kicks out.
A roll up by Chains.
No,
Farouk managing to kick out.
Yeah, only a 2 there. The camera angle wasn't great on that.
2.
And then Farouk with shoulder block. That's not going to get the job done.
The former gridiron great Farouk.
Exactly, the former NWA heavyweight champion, the first black man to become world heavyweight champion, Dan. Well, weirdly enough, WWF still hasn't had a black heavyweight champion at this point. So, I mean, we're looking at history. It's amazing to think 20 years ago we still haven't broke that, you know, threshold.
Rocky swallows, not Rocky sucks.
Oh, and Farouk there with a spine buster looks to have Chains down. Wants to use the chair, but Farouk says stop him. Oh!
And he hits Farouk on the back with the chair. What's going on?
Fixate got in Rock's eyes there. I wasn't sure what it was. Maybe he couldn't see properly. I think he aimed for Chains. I mean, why would he aim for Farouk for? He seems upset by it. And he's asked for other nation members to come out and help. And Rock explained, look, I went for a chair shot. It was an accident. And he's knocked Farouk out cold. And The Rock has become the chairman of the WWF recently, hasn't he, you know?
Well, he's certainly the chairman of the nation.
Let's see a replay and see what happens here. I'm sure The Rock had something in his eyes.
Yeah, he was looking to hit Chains on the back of the head there.
Oh, yeah, there you go. See, his head turned. Yeah, I'm sure it was an accident. Farouk will be alright. As he slowly wakes up, The Rock. Oh, the cheeky eyebrow there. The Rock, we're happy what he's actually done. Right, so we get the promo for the next match. Wyndham versus Bradshaw. Like you said, Dan, last week, 2 former Blackjacks going at it. But the Rock and Roll are at ringside.
Yes, with Jim Cornette.
Yep. Bradshaw is beating the shit out of him.
Hunter Brown Man was burnt earlier. Yes, but Wyndham hit the DDT after a few minutes of punishment from Bradshaw.
Yeah, Jim and Barry get distracted by Rock and Roll. Bradshaw rolls up. Barry Wyndham for the win.
Yes, let's run out to beat up Bradshaw. But Rock and Roll Express make the save.
Yeah, and we see a WrestleMania moment, and it's Muhammad Ali at WrestleMania 1. What Raw cover would you have, Sable or Sonny's?
Oh, at that moment in time, Sonny.
I'd buy them both. Well, I'd buy about 10 copies each. Who's that guy in the ring, Dan? Sable. At the time, it's the head of the WWF magazine. You don't know who that is? I can't believe it. Like, you go follow me on Twitter.
That is my good, dear Twitter friend,
Fucking
Vince Russo.
You're obviously not that good a friend if you don't know who he is.
Sorry, I thought he was on about Sable.
No, Vince Russo here working.
I thought he was on about Kelly. Kevin Kelly.
Kelly. They do look similar, Sable and Kelly. Russo out here to give Sable an award for the WWF magazine. Sunny can't be in, but she will be here at WrestleMania 14. But we've got mixed tag Sable and Mark Mero versus Luna and Goldust. WrestleMania Luna, just hit Sable over the head multiple times with that plaque. And now she's ripping her clothes off.
And Vince Russo's having a good old butcher's. And he's going to jack it off.
He jacked it off on Sable's undergarments there, covering it. What an assault. And Mero nowhere to be seen yet again. And they're checking her. She might have concussion. And Mero coming out here with officials checking on Sable. This is an assault. But there is going to be hell to pay for Luna and Goldust at WrestleMania. Sable's going to come raring to go. And I think this feud, for what it is, to try and help Sable out and put her in the right position, I think they're doing a good job by it. You know what I mean by that? Like, they're obviously saying she's not an in-ring performer, but she's annoyed by Luna. It's become personal now. Of course, with the Mero storyline there as well. We'll see if Mero actually got her back at WrestleMania. Alright, now it's time for main event of Raw. Just 6 days for WrestleMania 14.
And a year and 6 days away from WrestleMania 15.
Yeah, it's going to be The Rock, the Intercontinental Champion, versus the number one contender for the WWF title, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Well, here comes the Nation. Well, I say the Nation. Karma, D'Lo, Mark Henry.
4/5 of the Nation.
Well, The Rock's going like he's in action, yeah. But Farouk was knocked a little bit queer earlier, wasn't he? With that chair.
Over, missus.
Yeah. Well, we've already seen Stone Cold tonight, but when he comes out here, the crowd's still going banana. And we saw these two men feud over the Intercontinental title the end of last year when The Rock's title belt, when Austin threw Rock's title belt into the river.
Indeed, yes. And these two guys, I think they've got great in-ring chemistry already.
Yeah, well, let's hope. Let's just see what they do tonight. Like we say, 6 days for WrestleMania. At this moment, The Rock is, you could say, upper mid.
What's that, my love?
You could say at this point, The Rock is upper mid card, whereas Austin is on the cusp of the main event.
Right, over the next 3 or 4 years, these two guys would come together quite a lot.
Austin would headline 33 WWE pay-per-views from this moment on until his, when he walked away from the WWF. When you think about that in context, yeah, it's an amazing fact. And when he wasn't there, The Rock was filling the gap as well, wasn't he? So,
yeah,
these are the two faces of the WWF at this time, but still in their building stages. Yeah, Austin yet to become WWF champion. The Rock was feuding in the mid card. It's the opportunity that was afforded to them that over in WCW, great talent like Chris Jericho or Booker T and these people just weren't given that chance. The top talent didn't move away, whereas in WWF, Brett's gone now. Michaels, of course, with that injury would go away, so they had to rely on these guys. The only one who stayed or would stay at all is The Undertaker. And he's risking his whole character that he's got. He's actually got a brother that, is real, and that fight is real at WrestleMania. But the match has started. And Austin telling The Rock he's number one.
Two men locking up in the middle of the ring. The Rock with a side headlock. Is he going to try and out-wrestle the Rattlesnake?
Now, who do you think the better wrestler is, Austin or The Rock, technically?
I'd have to go with The Rock.
Interesting contest, see if it was just pure wrestling, but it never is. They've got so much more to offer. As the whole of DX looking on at this main event.
Jesus Christ, that's smaller than my tablet screen will tell you they're watching it on.
But power by The Rock there, knocking down Steve Austin.
D-Generation X scouting their opponent, shouting Michael's opponent.
No, Rock gave Austin a finger.
And Austin's giving Rock some big right hands.
No, they've got kicked by The Rock, then clothesline down.
And The Rock delivering a big people's right hand.
And he's laying a smack down and he's threatening the referee as well.
Big Rocky Sucks chance as well.
This is turning into a slobber knocker. Rock grabbing Austin to stop the fight.
But The Rock just running through Austin.
Oh.
The Lufez Prez from Austin, and he wails away with them big right hands. He draw that big elbow across the head of The Rock.
Irish whip, but Rock reverses.
Goes for the clothesline. Austin looking for the stunner, but The Rock ducks out and runs out the ring.
Well, you don't want any of that. You're going to Karma, D'Lo Brown. Trying to get word, but Austin
runs off the ring apron, takes out the biggest member of the nation, Mark Henry.
Well, Mark Henry was doing nothing wrong there. Austin beats Mark. The Rock, no. Look at the sneak attack, Austin. On The Rock now. The weird thing is with Austin at this moment in time, he's in a situation where it is similar to DX. You know, you've got people, three members there at ringside, so he's having to fight the numbers. Can he do it at WrestleMania? Well, you argue DX is that next step up from the nation, you know?
Again, The Rock slipping out of the ring, giving himself a breather, but Austin doesn't give him a chance to breathe as he chases the nation around the ring.
Now he's got a chair, maybe he's going to sit down. And he's saying he's going to use it on Karma or D'Lo.
But The Rock from behind now as Austin was distracted. And The Rock dropping Austin armpit first onto the barricade. Sends him careering into the ring bell table.
Well, this is anything goes at the moment. The referee's lost control. Trying to keep the nation in check. Head first into the stairs.
The Rock rolling into the ring to break up the 10 count. Oh, drops Austin throat first onto the barricade this time.
And he's got that confidence. Look, The Rock always got that confidence in him when he thinks he's on top. And he is stomping a mud hole, walking it dry. Now choking out Austin.
And he's got his foot across the throat of Austin, choking the rattlesnake out. Oh, and now the numbers advantage comes into play as Mark Henry gets a bit of retribution in for clotheslining him as he was just standing minding his own business at ringside.
Yeah, I completely agree with Mark Henry there. He deserves to beat up a little bit on Steve Austin.
But Austin's caught rocking a sleeper hold now.
Well, we came back from the break, and Austin now, but maybe a variation of the $1 Million Dream he used to use when he first came in as a ringmaster.
Wow, James, you have just fact the shit out of me.
I'm full of useless information. Oh, The Rock slamming down Austin. What now?
Is he looking for the newly named People's Elbow?
I think he is going to hit. That is over and done with. Oh. Athletic by The Rock going into the cover. But unbelievably, Austin kicks out. And now The Rock going for the sleeper, going to try and wear down Steve Austin.
And the nation urging the fans to shut up and stop chanting Rocky sucks.
Well, all they want, a little bit of respect. But Austin fighting out the submission now.
Austin getting his way back into this match. Shoulder barges Rock down. Oh, goes for a second one, but The Rock lifts, turns Austin inside out.
Well, just when it looked like Austin was back in this match, like I say, Rock cuts him off. He's got his number at this moment in time, slams him down again. He's not going to go for a second People's Elbow. Oh.
Telling Austin he's number one.
There's a few things you don't do, and now The Rock going for the People's Elbow.
Oh, but Austin moves out the way. The Rock elbows the mat, and that's got to have hurt.
Rock's still up before Austin, managing to send him back into the corner.
Delivering some big right hands to the Rattlesnake.
I've always appreciated The Rock's right hands. You always look vicious, do you know what I mean? It's not that easy to throw a right hand, but then again, talk about great right hands. Here comes Steve Austin.
Yeah, sends The Rock back to the opposite corner. Oh, looking for another Irish whip, but gets reversed by The Rock. Comes out with a clothesline, though.
Giving Rock the finger as well. And again, puts his head down, gets caught by The Rock.
Oh, stunner.
Oh. Hit it. 1, 2, 3. Steve Austin beats The Rock.
Oh, D'Lo comes in with a chair. He gets caught with a stunner. And Austin challenging the rest of the nation to come in and get him some.
Well, I'll tell you something. D'Lo Brown has given the best sell of a stunner so far that we've seen. But Austin, who's already outnumbered with a nation, he's going to be in trouble now.
I don't think Austin cares.
I don't think he cares, but the rest of DX are here. Michaels, Tyson. DX are here. Michaels, Tyson, Triple H and China. Well, Michaels said that WrestleMania's going to turn his lights out for the final time. He's not finished, I don't think. Well, Michaels coming down to the ring. Austin wants some. Triple H saying he's not worth it. We're going to have to wait until WrestleMania 14.
Oh.
That is it for WWF at this moment in time, but we will be back for WrestleMania 14 Part 2. Right, so on Part 2 we'll bring you WrestleMania 14, but let's jump to the WCW.
Well, last time out in WCW, Hogan and Macho rivalry had gone to a different level. WCW's pay-per-view this month is uncensored, and the two will clash in a steel cage match. Who would be the leader of the NWO?
Well, Sting became undisputed world champion, but already challengers were eyeing him up to knock him down.
Scott Steiner had turned on his brother and joined the NWO. How would Rick respond?
Well, Goldberg's still undefeated, but could he continue his streak?
And Chris Jericho is Cruiserweight champion, unmasking Juve and riding a wave of confidence.
And Booker T is TV champion after beating Rick Martel and Saturn on the same night. Could they keep hold of their titles? Let's find out. Nah. So it's Nitro 129, 2nd of March, and we get a video to start off. We see last week on Nitro, the NWO beat down and spray painting the Macho Man.
And then we get some fireworks.
Well, Tony is happy because we're in Philly! And we get more fireworks.
Tony says it is the biggest day in wrestling.
Well, we see some limos arriving and the NWO are here.
And tonight it is Scott Hall and Hogan versus Sting and the Macho Man, Randy Savage.
Yeah, and the NWO very confident. They are all smiles.
And it is a very impressive arena.
It is. And the first match is Scotty Riggs in singles action versus Benoit. He gets a great response. It's a competitive start, but 3 Germans and a crossface, and that is all she wrote.
Yes, and after that, Flair is wooing about tonight's main event, Sting Macho versus Hogan and Hall.
And the commentators talk up the main event. They say it's a battle of the egos.
We see a video of the Macho Man being made National Lampoon's Man of the Year, and it is Harvard with full NWO in black and white. And he says Hogan is done.
Yeah, so he got the award in Harvard, Connecticut, and he is apparently Man of the Year. But it's still NWO, so I don't understand. So it's a battle for leadership, I suppose.
Yes, and wouldn't you know, Hogan is out next.
Yeah, and he's with Bischoff on mic, and he says Macho wants to be Hogan, but he can't cut it.
Hogan gives a babyface promo, calls Macho crap, couldn't keep his marriage together, and you signed him and for life. But he crossed the line, rocking the boat, and he gave a Macho Man enough rope that he'd hang himself.
Yeah, so Hogan basically saying you signed the NWO for life, why do you want to fuck it up now? Hogan says he can beat Sting anytime. Great way to build up your world champ.
Yes, and Macho Man's got a cage match at Uncensored.
Yeah, they face each other in the kind of the main event of the steel cage match, and all that will be left tonight after the tag team match is his carcass.
And we get some 2 sweets all round, and Hogan is out.
Look, I'm sure on every night we've had Bischoff and Hogan in ring on the mic for at least a 5-minute promo.
At least 5 minutes. Well, Mean Gene with the Nitro Girls in St. Joseph's University for a Nitro party.
Yeah. Mean Gene asked the girls if they had boyfriends. Seriously, he did that.
Well, you know, he might be knobbing one of them. Well, ask a guy what the university's like, and he says, it's awesome. The guy's wasted, and Mean Gene will be soon. If there wasn't enough going on, music blares and Nitro Girls dance.
Yeah, it's spring break in Panama in 2 weeks on Nitro.
Yes, and back to the ring, and the next match is Chavo versus Juve.
Hoovy with no mask. Larry says, that's what he looks like. Tony says, well done for that.
Yes, and it is a proper lucha start. Juve chops her nice, and Chavo hangs up Juve, tries to finish with a spinning DDT.
Well, Hoovy reverses, and then a Hoovy driver, 450 splash, and victory.
Juve shouts, it's not the end,
Yeah,
and we go back to the party.
Yeah, I mean, sorry about Juve's lost his mask, but the future is still bright. Yeah, back to the party. Scooter trying to control Gene. He wants to crowd surf.
Let him crowd surf.
Yeah, go on, let him do it.
And the next match is Psychosis versus Prince Ikea.
Well, he gets caught with a dropkick out the gate, tries a high-risk move. Prince moves and responds with a plancha. Well, the last 2 matches are the difference between the shows. Lucha and Chris Wrestling compared to the Disciples of Apocalypse.
Tony talks about upcoming Nitros and how great it is.
Yeah, WCW is Monday to Monday, where the WWF plan pay-per-view to pay-per-view.
And Psychosis is in control of the majority of the match.
There's Hurricane Runner off the top, goes up again, leg drop, and pulls Prince up.
Well, back elbow by Prince, but gets stopped. Both men to the top, tries a sunset flip, but gets surprised by Prince.
Yeah, so Prince wins. Raven out after the break, going up against the Disco Inferno.
Yes, Yin and Yang and Tony, to his credit, points it out. Complete opposites.
Yeah, they are definitely yin and yang. And quick start, Disco hit neck breaker, nearly got the job done, but then both men brawled outside.
Well, Raven brings in a chair. It is Raven's rules.
Yeah, so it's allowed, doesn't it? You know, he tries to hip toss Disco, but gets slammed head first.
Yes, commentary tries to sell Raven like Mankind, saying he likes pain. He really doesn't.
No, you can see his face. It really hurts him. Disco dropped her holding onto the chair, then even flow DDT. I tell you what, it was good for what it was.
Yes, and then Raven faces DDP on Sunday. Raven faces DDP on Thunder for the US title.
Back to Gene, who's slurring and explaining what he's been up to today. Please here to calm Mean Gene down. He interviews a dude who won the competition, and then Nitro Girls.
And then we're on to the second hour, and we get some more fireworks.
Yeah, Jimmy Hart leads out the Barbarian and Hugh Morris, and they are carrying tables.
And they're going against Public Enemy, who also come out carrying tables.
Well, match started with weapons in the ring. Jimmy got involved, and he started whipping grunge. Tony tells us this is a
Philly
street fight.
And Rocco Rock's setting up the table.
EC Dub.
We get some ECW chants. And then Public Enemy put Jimmy on the table, but Barbarian saves him, and Hugh puts Rocco through the table.
Well, P got a second table before it broke, but Hugh was put through. They set up another table, put Hugh on, but as they jumped off the rope, the table started breaking. So they pinned him for the win, which was met by boos, but because it looked like shit.
Yes, and then we get the Macho Man's music playing.
Yeah, and Liz and Randy arrive.
Well, Randy grabs a Slim Jim from a fan, and calls Hogan pathetic.
No, right, Dad, can you do me a favour? Can you just do Macho doing this Hogan promo quickly? You don't have to do it if you don't want to, but I think it'd be good.
Ooh, I've never been in Hogan's shadow.
Well, he calls Hogan pathetic, and he's never been in Hogan's shadow.
Only a dark cloud is the only dark cloud he's been carrying around is Hogan. And when NWO, they say for life, it saved Hogan's life.
Yeah, who's lying, who's dying? It's who's lying, who's dying? It's just business. Yeah, for one night only, Macho as long as it's his way.
Sting comes out without the title belt.
Yeah, I wonder where he's left that. It can't be in his bum bag, can it? So here comes Sting. So all that happened, and it's only like an hour in at the moment. So Sting comes out, mocks Scott Hall with a hey y'all, mocks Macho with a oh yeah, and says that they're going to do things his way tonight in the main event. Now, considering we've not helped that much over the past 2 years, he's quite good on the mic, Dan, isn't he?
Yeah, he's not too bad. You know, it's I don't know. You would expect him to kind of sound a bit like the Undertaker, being of that sort of character, but he just sounds like Steve Bowden.
He really does, he does. Right, anyway, video next of DDP. He sounds this bad is awesome. They're called Stud Mojo. What a cunty fucking name.
I think it sounds quite good, Stud Mojo.
No, it fucking doesn't. We see the music video, the most generic fucking wrestling song ever.
The video is Raven's Flock throwing band in a crowd. DDP stops it. Please see what Raw's doing instead of this.
Yeah, exactly. Do not be watching this. This is fucking the drizzly shits. Afterwards, DDP out here saying Raven's a crybaby. DDP says Raven's getting banged. Then DDP goes out through the crowd.
After the break, DDP clone Van Hammer in the ring, and he wants Paige.
Van looks wasted.
Well, DDP is going to have this match.
No, Hammer attacks early.
And then we get a diamond cutter out of nowhere. But Raven...
Here's Benoit, triple German to Raven.
All three men fight into the back.
Right.
Into the break.
Fight to the break. And then we're back to Mean Gene. He's playing with fire, the Nitro girl. Over to Mike Tenay, and he interviews Brett.
Yes, Brett's Nitro wrestling debut tonight.
Yeah, and it's Bret Hart's wrestling debut tonight. And of course, March 15th at Uncensored, it will be Kurt Hennig versus Bret Hart.
Yes.
So Brett's getting interviewed. He said the NWO are liars, cheats and bullies. He wants to take them out brick by brick. And Kurt's the start.
Yes, his dad never lost to Kurt's dad.
Yeah, but which is a bit like my uncle's fucking harder than your uncle. Do you know what I mean? Let's not start that. And then on to Brian Adams. Tonight, you're going to pay.
You're going to pay. And the next match is Scott Norton versus the Bulldog.
Yeah, at least an upgrade from Mongo. Just.
Well, it's power versus power, and Bulldog power slamming with ease.
Well, Norton slowly takes over and tries a pile driver outside. He pushes the ref, DQ, but the fight continues.
And Bobby the Brain Heenan has joined the commentary team.
Yeah, and commentators talk up the main event. They say it's the biggest Nitro ever.
And the next match is Conan versus Super Callow.
I fucking hate Conan. He has a go at Hoovy, says he's brought him to WCW and he's let him down.
Yes, and make no mistake, Hogan Macho Man is the main event.
Yeah, I think we're told about this. Not only tag team match tonight, but uncensored. We're not looking at anybody else. It is these two men.
Well, the fans don't appreciate Conan fucking. Callow tries to save the match by backflipping on a clothesline, but Conan's shitness brings out the worst in people.
Really does. It really does. Like, he's just awful, and then he just adds to it. This only lasted a couple of minutes, thank fuck. Takeda Samurai and victory. This is absolutely pointless.
Conan tries to unmask Callow, but Juve's out here.
Yeah, they shout in Spanish.
And the next week, they fight.
Yeah, so we get a video recap of 2 weeks ago and the Brian Adams attack.
Well, Mike Tenay is in the ring and he's waiting for Woo! Ric Flair.
This is a standard Flair promo.
Well, how would a standard Flair promo sound, James?
Well, I can't do a best of Flair, but he's like, my God, Mean Gene. He's like, Mean Gene, we're here. Enter city name. We are here in... Where are we here tonight in Nitro? Hang on a minute. If I'm going to do it...
Philly!
Yeah. All right. My God, Mean Gene, we are in Philly. And in Philly, I have been around. I have styled and profiled. I have drank with the best. I have wrestled the most. And I'm here tonight. Woo! Woo! To hear Nature Boy. Woo! Woo! That is basically a standard Flair promo.
Woo!
Where the fuck are we now? Hang on.
Well, Ric Flair says Gene's at a party and he's there because Sting, Macho versus Hogan and Hall.
Yeah, and asked about Brett versus Hennig. He said he wants Brett to win, but he gets interrupted by Rude and Hennig.
Well, Kurt says 13-time champ, 14-time loser, and Brett won't help.
Which is an actual fact, you know, like he just fact Flair right in the face.
Well, Flair says he doesn't need Brett.
Let's see if he doesn't need Brett. Yeah, so Hennig's coming in now to go one-on-one with Flair. Rude is getting out. Tenay is as well. Here comes Hennig, right hand.
Oh, Flair blocks it and he delivers some right hands of his own. Big Flair chop. Throws Kurt Hennig halfway across the ring with a hip toss. And a couple more Ric Flair-like knife-edge chops. Not like, they are actually Ric Flair chops.
Oh, and a poke to the eye from Kurt Hennig, trying to out-dirty the dirtiest player in the game. And now right hands. And now a Hennig chop to Ric Flair.
What don't you do, James?
There's a couple of things you don't do. What is it, Dan?
You don't piss in the wind. You don't tug on Superman's cape. And you don't chop a Flair.
Well, Hennig's get away with it so far. Irish whipped him. Oh, Flair bumping a corner. But dodges the clothesline from Hennig. Takes him down right hand. Vintage Flair, wouldn't you say?
Most definitely.
Yeah, hits him right in the tallywhacker. And now grinding towards Rick Rude. He doesn't need Brett.
Definitely doesn't. And he's styling and profiling and strutting around the ring. Takes out Hennig's legs from underneath him.
Leg. Takes his leg out from his leg. And now he's got...
And the best Rude in the business.
Yeah, Rick Rude in to stop the figure 4 leg lock. And now it's going to be a 2-on-1 beatdown. This is what the NWO do better than anyone. Hennig Plex. And Rude taking off his jacket. And he's going to make the count. Hennig beats Flair.
Wasn't an official match, though.
Still got the 3 count. Rude now picking up Flair. Hennig winding up. Well, and here comes Brett. Well, Rude and Hennig said Brett wouldn't come to help you. My God. So Brett's here to help him. And we see Rick Steiner talking up the main event.
Yes, and then we're on to the third hour, James. And what does that mean?
What does it mean?
Fireworks,
baby! Back to Gene, who's tripping so much he thinks he's interviewing a human-sized hawk.
Not Hulk of the LOD.
No.
No?
Let me show you how balls out he is. Look at this.
Let's have a look.
We got a gorilla on Raw. We got a fucking hawk on Nitro. Gene is tripping balls. NWO music, and it's Scott Steiner.
Yes, and he's still wearing his singlet, and he's going to go against Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Well, I'll tell you what, Duggan doesn't look in terrible shape, you know? And we get a recap of Scott's attack on Nitro last week on Lex Luger. And we find out uncensored it will be Lex Luger versus Scott Steiner. Let's have a look at these two behemoths going at it. It's the 80s versus the 90s.
And Jim Duggan's just eliminated Scott Steiner from the Royal Rumble.
And who can forget Jim Duggan, the first ever Royal Rumble winner all the way back in, 10 years ago at this point, 1988.
And Hacksaw Jim Duggan's in full control. Big lefts and rights. Looking for an Irish whip. Steiner with a double arm slam. I thought fucking Jim Duggan was going to nip up then.
Yeah, I'm sure he was. You're tripping balls, man, like Mean Gene. Well, Scott Steiner's in control. Duggan trying to throw him back in now.
Bailey to Bailey there. And now we've got the Steiner recliner locked in on Jim Duggan. It's only a matter of time before he taps to the accolade.
Well, Duggan's look on his face, just one of shock with the power of Scott Steiner. Like I said, Dan, Steiner recliner. And the NWO's newest member picks up a W. Nice little treat now. Because Eddie Guerrero and Chris Jericho are coming out here for tag team action.
Fuck off, I'm Eddie Guerrero.
Fuck off, I'm Eddie Guerrero. The Cruiserweight champion, the Juve killer. Wearing a Rey Mysterio top, he's picking up trophies from fallen wrestlers. And the next in line, Dean Malenko.
Is that Juve's mask he's got tucked in his belt?
Juve's mask, Rey Mysterio t-shirt.
Oh, he's wearing it as a necklace.
He's an arsehole, Chris Jericho is. And Dean Malenko next in line.
He's never going to make it as anything.
No,
big,
these two are never going to become anything. This is what I'm saying, like, Dan. This is what annoys me. We've seen Raw. And look at Guerrero, look at Jericho. This talent here. They should have been main eventers in WCW. Should have got given an opportunity, shouldn't they?
Yeah, but if they get pushed too hard, they won't get liked. I like them starting at the bottom, working their way up, deserving their spot of a main event title picture. I know they don't reach them statuses in WCW, but they certainly get what they deserve when they go to WWE.
Yeah, I think that's fair, but it's like Booker T, been around, went through the tag team with Harlem Heat, single success now, that is the next step for him. Someone like Dean Malenko and stuff like this, they need to look at it. You would want to see these four interacting with people like Sting and Matt, and people like that, and Hogan should be taking a back seat. I know it's not going to happen, but still.
Well, these young guys are like the Randy Orton of the WWE, and then you get Bobby Roode, who's like the Hogan, and he wants everything for himself.
Oh, he is the Hogan, isn't he? You're right about that.
So what a match this will be, eh? Eddie Guerrero and Booker T starting, Malenko and Jericho in their respective corners, no?
Jericho and Booker T starting.
Yeah, Eddie doesn't want any of that. And Jericho still wearing Hoovy's mask around his neck. Huge Eddie sucks chance. Booker T shoulder blocks Jericho down.
And Booker T's taking it to Y2J. I mean, Booker T's a heavyweight. Jericho is a cruiserweight.
Well, Booker T, we've got two champions in there, haven't we? Booker T, TV champion, of course, Chris Jericho, the cruiserweight champion of the world, takes Booker T down there. Takes Booker T down there with a drop kick, tags in Eddie. And now both men double team Booker. And Irish whip referee Nick Patrick can't sort this out yet. Eddie gets Irish whip to Booker. Booker leapfrogs. He throws Eddie Guerrero, throws Jericho into Malenko in, drop kicks Eddie down. Booker sidewalk slam to Jericho. And that is brilliant.
Both men run to each other on their knees, have a quick embrace, and then run to their opposite corners.
And they're getting out of there. Oh, now they're having an embrace, Jericho, giving him a little kiss. And they really do care for each other, these two men.
Most definitely, yeah.
Heenan likes Eddie Guerrero. Should have listened to Bobby Heenan.
And Eddie Guerrero in, straight onto his knees, saying, I don't want any of this. Shall we shake hands and just be friends?
I wouldn't even make Booker T laugh, and he is shaking hands with Eddie.
He picks him up by his hand, kick to the midsection, and a big elbow to the head. Irish whip, Eddie ducks below, chops the big tree of Booker T down.
Well, you got to think if Eddie beats Booker T here tonight, then he deserves a TV title opportunity down the road. But Jericho in now. You hear Tony talking up the main event, biggest tag team match in WCW history. But in this tag team match, Jericho now taking over on Booker.
Eddie Guerrero over lovely helo over the top rope. And are both of these smaller competitors working over the big Booker T.
That was last by Booker, leapfrog, and then a clothesline. Can he tag in Malenko? Like I said, Booker is the biggest man in here. Now comes Dean Malenko.
And Eddie gets a tag to Chris Jericho.
Oh.
A lovely leg lariat by Malenko. Irish whip to Jericho. Oh, a big high back body drop there.
Eddie in, drop toe hold down.
The Iceman, Dean Malenko.
That was nice by Eddie jumping over, but gets caught with a kick by Booker.
To the side of the head, takes him down. Jericho chucks Malenko to the outside. Lovely suplex by Jericho.
I know he thinks he's got it. Maybe it's time. Lion Salt.
Oh, but Dean Malenko had that scouted. Pulls the bottom rope from underneath Jericho's feet. Sends him to the outside. Eddie Guerrero looking for the frog splash. Booker T rolls out the way. Spinneroonies his way to his feet. Oh, catches Eddie Guerrero. Both men go tumbling to the outside. Jericho and Malenko fight their way back into the ring.
Oh, what a great match this is. Oh, tries to catch Malenko, who dodged out the way.
Bounces his head off the top turnbuckle, staggering around. Malenko with the leapfrog. Jericho looking for a leapfrog that gets caught by Malenko.
Malenko slams him down.
Looking for the Texas Cloverleaf.
Oh, well, Booker T stopping Eddie from getting in.
And Jericho taps out immediately.
Oh, well, Jericho wants to say... He's such a pussy, isn't he, Jericho? He doesn't want to get hurt at all. Taps out. Him and Eddie lose to Booker T and Malenko. But, I mean, we've not seen a lot of good wrestling, Dan, but, I mean, Nitro's delivered here, hasn't it, you know?
Most definitely, yeah. It's probably the best match we've seen throughout Raw and, you know, to the start of WCW, and it's just the first show, well, second show.
Exactly, and it shows how much talent WCW had on its roster. You know, they had to able to put these matches in between the kind of main event stuff.
But again, you know, it's not the main events. You know, the so-called main events. I prefer, you know, these kind of matches. We've had a couple of great like Lucha Libre style matches to kick off the show, and now we get, you know, delivered with this treat as well. And these are like hidden gems.
Yeah, no, they really are. That is, I couldn't have put it better myself.
And talking of hidden gems,
well,
we've got
coming to the ring now. Yeah, we got well, I see Dusty Rhodes, baby, coming out here. Buff Bagwell.
We got Nash, Conan, Scott Steiner,
and I think that's it for the time being. They got the microphone, and Steiner got the mic and says they're lucky tonight because not only did they watch Scott Steiner wrestle, but Rick joins the NWO. Now Nash got the microphone. So apparently Rick Steiner, they want him to come out here because they're going to offer him the NWO T-shirt on Thunder recently, even though we've not been able to see it. The NWO, well, Scott Steiner said the reason he joined the NWO was to help the Steiners out.
And Dusty Rhodes, baby. So we've got Dad representing the NWO, and we've got Son in quite a high profile match. He's with Luna, and he's going against Mark Mero and Sable.
Yeah.
Which side of the family would you rather be on?
At the moment, I don't know. WCW is still delivering week in, week out. So with Dusty, you got to think he's made the right choice, you know, especially with the Goldust gimmick. Will WrestleMania 14 be a success, or can WCW just keep carrying along the way they are? You know, now it looks like Rick Steiner is going to join the NWO because
he's not too sweet and properly. He's got his fingers down.
Well, he's trying to. Well, he's doing it to him.
Arthritis.
He's doing it to everybody in the ring. The dog-faced gremlin. There you go. So Nash can induct people into the NWO, and Steiner's the newest member. He's got the T-shirt in his hands.
Throws it into Nash's face. Fights off the NWO.
And Scott does what his brother Rick. Buff tries to grab Rick. Oh.
And now the numbers game takes over on Rick.
My God. This is just an assault. Ted DiBiase can't help at ringside to come out with Rick Steiner. We disrespect the NWO. This is what happens to you. And now Scott wants some shotters in on Rick.
This move is outlawed, James. You can't do this.
No, you get $50,000 if you run. Oh, look at that. Head of security there. Looking at Kevin Nash saying, do you want to be arrested again? Doug Dillinger. No relation. And this is just an NWO beatdown. What they're good at. Jackknife time by Nash. He doesn't care.
Oh, but a back body drop by Rick. Can he get out to save himself, though? No. Just Scott, Buff and Conan put the boots into him.
Oh, but the crowd getting excited. Who's coming along?
Oh, it's the Giant.
Neck brace and all, recovered after Kevin Nash's injury.
We're here.
And he's staring straight at Kevin Nash. Well, the Battle of Giants, you want some now?
Oh, and up from the Giant to Nash. Drops him on his ass.
And he's not finished. Oh! And the Giant, not going to jackknife Nash.
Oh, plants Nash with his own move.
Well, Dusty comes in, takes his jacket off like he's going to fight. I don't think anybody wants any of the Giant. It hurt himself, but he delivered that and he's going to get fined for it. Well, that's 50k well spent, I think, for the Giant. The NWO scurrying away. Well, that's cool. He's making sure Rick Steiner's alright. That's what WCW should do. Look after themselves against the NWO.
Well, I think WCW look out for each other more than the NWO look out for each other.
It's Lex Luger with Bret Hart and Ric Flair. There's really a team there that could maybe dethrone NWO if we weren't concentrating on just the NWO. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, yeah.
And Rick rips up the NWO T-shirt and the Giant. That's how you deliver a safe powerbomb, you see. And look at this. Moments ago, they're going to handcuff the Giant.
They can't get the handcuffs onto the Big Show, so he just walks away.
Yeah, he said, "Oh, I'll go with you," you know. That is a Giant. He's back sending a message. But up next, we're going to see Bret Hart's WCW debut, well, WCW Nitro debut. He comes out here in a pink and black, but Brian Adams starts straight away on the attack. Irish whip and bracket off. Gorilla press, ooh.
And drops him onto his knee.
Now Adams just stomping away and Bret managing to get his jacket.
And Brian Adams now on the outside with Bret. Send him into the barricade. That's just pure steel. And now going to introduce him to the ring post.
Oh, but Bret blocks it and bounces Adams' head off the ring post.
And now Bret sends Brian into the stairs. We'll try and get back in. Of course, Brian Adams pretending to be Bret Hart's friend.
And then in actual fact, had joined the NWO to beat him down. And Bret wants to, beat the NWO brick by brick, take out Brian Adams, and then Kurt Hennig your way through. There's a lot of shit there as well, isn't there? Vincent, Conan, Buff Bagwell, and Bret, big right hand, sending Brian Adams down. Bret punching the midsection. Now this is classic Bret Hart.
Oh, side Russian leg sweep, drops the leg across the throat of Adams. At WrestleMania 9, one man was wrestling a clown, the other one was wrestling Doink.
Well, Bret, like I said, all the success at WWF, but does he fit into the WCW? Have they done? And, he's been in there 4 months now, Dan. Do you think they're using Bret correctly?
No, I don't think they are.
How would you have used Bret Hart if he was, at that point in time you were in charge of WCW? What would you have done with Bret?
Well, knowing what I know now, I would have him wrestling great matches against the likes of Jericho, Guerrero, them kind of wrestlers.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the same. Have him as either US or like WCW champion, and then having him wrestle all the younger guys like that, making it a Goldbergs and people, and then you can have Hogan and Macho wrestling for a Legends title, or wrestling on Thunder, and then you have Bret have fantastic match. I would just imagine, like you say, against Benoit, against fucking Guerrero, Jericho, even Malenko would be a great technical wrestling match, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and just have wrestle-offs, basically. Because I'll just have them wrestling week in, week out.
Yeah, and I mean, you tune in, but Brian Adams has taken over on Bret. That's Tilt World Backbreaker. Of course, he recently came over from the WWF as well.
Adams Crush.
You can say it's WWE's benefit that they're getting these wrestlers, but, sometimes you do need a spring clean. You do need to kind of clear the decks a little bit, and in WWF they kind of, like you said, Crush had been there since WrestleMania 9, so that was 5 years, 6 years even before that.
we look at something more recent, and we look at WWE superstars going to TNA, and and vice versa. You've got the likes of Bobby Lashley, who wasn't doing anything on WWE, goes over to TNA, and he makes himself quite a big name.
Yeah, no, that's true, yeah, and EC3 as well. But WWE had taken a lot of it and used it like that, and WWE used up the talent. And it's like I say, when you leave WWE, it's almost the fact of you're going downhill anyway in a weird way. But in the match, Brian Adams got the turnbuckle and got rid of the turnbuckle pad, left it exposed. But Bret sent Brian Adams in, put the sharpshooter on him. It's got to be over and done with now.
Oh, Bret gets the victory, but as soon as the bell rings, Kurt Hennig comes in.
And Kurt's trying to take.
Bret ducks and just delivers a big right hands to Hennig. Well, this is the second man on his list for taking apart the NWO.
And these two men will face off at Uncensored, and Brett is back in Hennon, back up the entranceway.
So even Brett versus Kurt would be a good match if they'd done it right.
Yeah, but the problem is the NWO. But Brian Adams,
big backdrop on Brett,
saving him from Henning rather than trying to hurt him some more. As we go to an ad break, and up next it's main event time. So that's why Michael Butler's in the ring.
So I think this is a bit wasted, having this every week. They should have it for main events and pay-per-views. Like main events on pay-per-views.
I know they want to say, like, this is the biggest main event and having Buffer here and stuff. But like you say, when do you differentiate between a huge event? You know, if WWE is saying every week, this is the biggest show we've ever done, then, like, after a while, people are just not going to believe it, are they? It's like with WrestleMania. It's like, this is our big show. And then, you know, anything after that, it's going to be quite good, but WrestleMania's a granddaddy of them all. And they build it up for 3 hours, and it's going to be like 11 minutes long. That's another problem.
I don't even think it'll start or, you know, finish.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean? It'll be stopped halfway through.
Well, everybody's ready to rumble here, and we'll hear the NWO music. Hitman is a herb. And here comes Scott Hall and Hulk Hogan with Eazy-E. Yeah, Bishop. So he grabs a sign, Raw for his ratings. WWE been doing it for 2 years now.
It's like Raw are telling better stories, but Nitro's better in the ring.
Yeah, exactly. You're throwing you more shit and seeing what sticks, but there's enough stuff for you to stick around. Here comes Sting and Macho with Liz.
Lolly Miss Elizabeth.
No, we're going to start already.
Michael Buffer was still making his announcements as he walked out the ring.
Well, Bishop's stuck in there, and him and... wrong turnbuckle, you twats. And they're going to send him into Sting into the turnbuckle.
Sting blocks both men trying to buckle him, though. Fights off Bischoff, fights off Hogan.
Huge right hand.
Yeah, Sting's not managed to jack it off yet.
But Macho and Hall there. Charles Robinson, referee, trying to control this. Sting and Hogan on the outside. Now Sting's got the chair. Well, I guess anything goes in this one. They just make rules up as they go along.
Rules? What rules?
Where we're going, we don't need rules.
Sting throws Hogan into barricade and then into the ring.
Yeah, back into Barry ring. Hogan backing off, scared from Sting, and Sting's trying to take Hogan's trousers. No, take the belt off.
Oh, and whips Hogan with his own belt. A bit of revenge for the Stinger.
And now Macho up in a second. Drop down on Scott Hall. He's jacked it off now, Dan, and he's absolutely beating the hell out of Hogan.
He jacketed off on the outside.
Jacketed it off all over the place. And Macho now whipping Scott Hall.
And now he's choking him out with Hogan's belt.
And he's going to be angry, you know, because he got spray painted by the NWO last week. Now Sting and Macho in control. Scott Hall, Macho spitting at Hogan.
Oh, and an Irish rip from Savage. Scott Hall comes bouncing off of the turnbuckles, but he bounces into a Macho Man elbow, who tags in the Sting. These two guys seem to be working well as a tag team thus far.
I'm very surprised by that. Like I said, it looked like a team that's been together for a couple of years. Ooh. Sting bomb on Scott Hall.
Swinger bomb.
Scott Hall kicks out.
Ah.
And Hogan is back on the apron, but now quick tags between Macho and Sting. And Macho and Sting with Scott Hall, double Irish whip.
Oh, double clothesline taking down Hall.
And I don't think Hogan wants in there that desperately at this moment in time.
Oh, and that high elbow from Sting. Goes for the cover. 1, 2.
Oh. He must have been about 10 feet in the air before Scott Hall kicked out. And now Sting catching Hogan with a big right hand.
Oh, and Savage on the outside now taking down Hogan.
You want some?
Bischoff calling for a timeout, but you don't get any of them in wrestling matches, Eric.
Sting sending Scott Hall into the turnbuckle. Macho back up, another tag in.
And Scott Hall is taking a lot of punishment. Sting's got him. Macho Man delivers a big right hand to the forehead. And it's one more for the bad guy.
Oh, an elbow knocks him down, maybe out. Bischoff on the apron. Referee now gets distracted by him. Sting,
too late.
Sting going up to Bischoff.
But Hogan in, and he hits Savage over the back of the head with a spray can.
Yeah, what cost Hogan the WCW title. Now coming in saying he got the tag. Hogan spitting at Sting. But we had the good in-ring action of the Benoit, fuck me, of the Jericho Guerrero Booker Malenko match, and then we've got this.
Hogan was never a good wrestler as a face, let alone as a heel.
No, he can't control a match. It's just awful.
Scott Hall's not the greatest wrestlers.
Well, Scott Hall's the best at a bad bunch. You know what I mean? Even with NWO, like Scott with a good worker, Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart was okay.
Savage wasn't terrible, but he wasn't great either. He was an 80s wrestler.
Well, and the thing is as well with Savage, once he realised in his career, he didn't have to sell or help out other wrestlers he didn't want to help out, like Page was the difference between everybody else because he wanted to work with DDP and give him a little something.
Page wanted to work with DDP.
So Macho wanted to work with DDP and give him a little something, so that's why last year in the feud, with the Diamond Cutters and stuff like this, the victories. Apart from Macho's like, I might sell for Hogan and stuff, but I don't want to do anything else.
And Sting, I've never really rated him.
I've never really seen him go to high gear. In the early days, like we say with Ric Flair and people like this, he wasn't a bad worker. But again, the fact is, he doesn't have to do a lot to be effective, does he?
No.
And he never went through that Undertaker stage of like saying, right, let me prove now I'm a good worker, as opposed to just carry on the same character.
Indeed. So we're going to agree that the biggest talent there is Elizabeth.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. I think with The Undertaker, if he'd have wrestled like the WCW guys, he'd still be around wrestling, you know what I mean? Like, he'll be wrestling another 5-10 years. Like
Well,
Flair.
do you think wrestling in WCW was a lot less stress?
Oh, yeah. I mean, look at them. They are taking it easy right now, Like, and the less dates they had, I know Thunder was added, but you just think about, like, Hogan hits a leg drop every once in a while. He went for it then, Macho moved.
But do you think Hogan would not, do you think Undertaker would not Undertaker wouldn't have elevated to the heights he did if he had gone to WCW?
I don't think it would have worked, because what would he be known as? Like, the dead guy or something. You couldn't use the Undertaker character, could you?
No.
Well, Sting gets the hot tag in, and he's Stinger splashing Hogan all around the ring.
Savage comes in and takes out Hall.
Oh, and Sting now. Is he going to go for Scorpion Deathlock?
But the rest of the NWO are here to save the NWO's day.
Man, what a surprise. Look like Macho's going to hit the elbow. Brian Adams and Buff Bagwell.
But for every good match, you have to have the crap. And DDP's out now. It's a real WCW versus NWO war. We can see Booker T out on the other side.
Yeah, this is what police are here as well.
Sting and the police are here.
Hey, I like that one. Sting biting Scott Hall, the disciple. Well, he's not been named yet, but he's helping out Hulk Hogan. He rolls him out, and Bischoff getting away with him, leaving the rest of the NWO to be beaten down. Conan slowly making his way in.
Slowly making his way out after one right arm.
Yeah, Vincent and Norton.
Buff Bagwell's up on the apron.
Well, Sting taking down Brian Adams again, and now Scott Norton, Buff Bagwell, Vincent.
Oh, and well, it's the Giant. Jumps over the top rope.
Stands over Macho and clears the ring. Maybe the most dangerous man in WWE right now. The Giant, Jackknife and Kevin Nash are sending the NWO fleeing. With DDP there, Booker T. WCW looked strong.
They did indeed manage to fight off the advances of the NWO.
What did you think of that match?
The match was terrible.
What do you think of Nitro?
I thought Nitro was quite good. At least for every crap match, there was a good match.
Yeah.
For every NWO heavy match, there was Eddie Guerrero and Jericho teaming up against Booker T and Dean Malenko.
So we move on, and next Nitro is Nitro 130, March 9th. And we are Winston-Salem, North Kakalaki, or Carolina. And we get the opening titles to start.
Yes, Larry, Mike, and Tony on commentary. But James, what do we always get after the opening titles?
What do we get there?
We get some fireworks, baby!
Yeah, fireworks.
And Larry, Mike, and Tony on commentary.
Yeah, and Uncensored is this Sunday. But on Thunder...
Well, Macho talks shit to Hogan, Adams, and Bischoff.
Well, Liz says only one real man, and that's the Macho Man.
He says, Hogan, ask your wife how much of a man he is.
Oh, what's he mean by that? Well, anyway, first match, it is the Cat versus Damien. Cat is dressed like an MMA fighter. He's got the gloves on and the shorts and the feet taped as well.
Yes, and Damien is a Lucha Hurricane Rana. Oh, Damien does a Lucha Hurricane Rana at the top.
Damien is a lucha.
Oh, Damien is a Lucha, and he does a Hurricane Rana at the top.
Yeah, he ran up second and jumped on third rope for kick and win. The Cat did. Impressive kick to get things started. And then Hogan and Bishop out here.
Hey, surprise, surprise. Talking Hogan up and Macho down.
Well, thanks to Hogan, Macho family actually have a job. Macho dragged his family in and he crossed the line. So Hogan, who did have a reality TV show with Hogan Knows Best, says Macho dragged Hogan's family into this. That's not fair. So because he crossed the line, he put his rest of the family in. Like with Liz, Macho decided to put Liz, his ex-wife, into the wrestling business. And not only did she become one of the boys, she did the boys. What does he mean by that?
Oh, dirty slag.
Yeah.
Well, we kind of switched off after a couple of minutes because it's the same old shit for life to end. And will the feud end Sunday?
No, I fucking hope so. Well, we are live in Duke University. It's a Nitro party with Mean Gene.
This guy never stops.
No, Nitro girls and dancing. What more could you want?
Well, we've got Sick Boy, and he's coming out with the Flock. And he is in singles action.
Yeah, we don't. He's really tall, but we no idea who he is. And Lenny Lane is out for the match.
Both men brawl early on.
Well, Lane with top rope plancher on Sick Boy and Lodi.
Sick Boy withstands the attack.
Yeah, then he beats down Lane. Lane looks dangerous in a health and safety way. He hit his head on the stairs as he went for the plancher.
Hit skull crushing finale, then tried a springboard and nearly broke his neck.
Yeah, pedigree by Sick Boy for the win.
Well, Tony and Larry knew no names of moves, and Mike couldn't help because he was ready to interview the Giant, who comes out to a great response.
Well, he said he might have had a bad neck. Nash's got a bad back and he's a coward because he's been there since 2 p.m. and he can't find him anywhere in the arena.
He's been in the back and heard Hogan talk with two friends.
Yeah.
So the Giants in the back were a couple of friends. Here's Hogan talking shit, but who are his two friends?
Who are his two friends, James? Oh, it's the Macho Man and Sting, and he's got his belt.
He found it. He found his title belt. Well, these two men who worked as a well-oiled team last week want to team up with the Giant tonight. Well, the Macho and Sting are in the house. The baseball bat hammering that turnbuckle. That turnbuckle did him wrong.
Good hope.
Oh my God!
What's the point? Because as soon as WCW start getting over on the NWO, then the rest of the NWO members down.
It's true. But I mean, what a main event! If Hogan can find two men to go to team up with, then he will take on Macho, Sting, and the Giant. But up next, it's Barry Darso, aka the Repo Man. Dan, think he'll be successful here tonight?
Repo Man. Yeah, he's probably just going against some job.
Well, Barry Darso, it's nice to see you. Let's see how he does. We haven't seen Bill Goldberg since the last episode. A little bit more fireworks now. They both look very similar. Repo Man's got a little bit more. Darso's got a bit more experience.
Goldberg goes straight through to a leg lock though.
Uh-oh. A little bit of trouble managing to block it. Irish whip. Oh.
Reversed all by Barry.
And Darso shouldered down by Goldberg. Goldberg's got him in a gut wrench.
Oh, slams Darso down.
And now, big right hand.
And Darso's managed to get some right hands in on Goldberg. I think that's just ticking the big man off, though. Looks for a hip toss. Goldberg blocks it and delivers a thunderous clothesline, sending Darso down to the mat. But
this match lasts longer than a lot of Goldberg matches recently. Oh, my God.
Irish whip throws Barry into the barricade. Bounces him back first off the ring post.
Sends him into the barricade, then sends him into the repo post. Oh my God, Goldberg made a mistake then. Arm got caught against the ring post.
Yeah, he's using that to his advantage.
He's a very serious man, former member of Demolition as well, longest reigning WWF Tag Team Champions at this point. And he's beating down Bill Goldberg, sends him into the corner, working on that bad arm. You hear the fans chanting for Goldberg.
Oh, but Darso's working over Goldberg's arm. But I think that's just woke him up as he spears his way through Barry Darso. He's going to jack him up and hammer him down. 1, 3.
2. 1, 3, 2. Well, I mean, Goldberg there, Dan. I mean, what about that, eh?
As intense as you like, you know. He doesn't get paid by the length of a match. He did take a bit of punishment, but I think he was just conditioning himself.
Yeah, I think, yeah, you're right about that one. Goldberg, very, very impressed to continue his undefeated streak here in the WCW. Well, back from break, and Mean Gene surrounded by women, children, Nitro girls asking us to ring the hotline.
Yes, and then we get a bikini breakout on WCW Wrestling.
But unfortunately, NWO music, and it's the bad guy.
And he's wearing a Hollywood Rules t-shirt.
Hey, yo, no survey.
We got to solve a few problems. We heard ya and Hogan, the man, and you can count him in tonight. Sting needs to prove he's better than Scott Hall. He's got his back.
Yeah, he's got Hogan's back. So Scott Hall is going to be part of that tag team match. He will be the third man. We've got the Bruise Crews in May. They loved these names, didn't they? Do you know what I mean? I love everything like this to go together.
Well, there's more NWO music, and this time it is Nash.
Yeah, he puts on a Hogan top and does exactly the same promo Hall did.
Yes, so it's the original NWO versus Macho, Giant, and Sting. That looks on paper like a great main event.
Yeah, you don't usually get the original NWO teaming up and keeping it like that, but hey, we'll see what happens. Nash moans about his back, but promises to destroy the Giant, and they've solidified the NWO, and it's for life. And Serious Nash is very good because he's saying, like, all these problems in NWO, you guys have made us even closer.
Yeah, but the next match is a little treat for us, and that is Kidman versus Malenko.
Yeah, Dean challenges Jericho for the Cruiserweight title without censored. He's going to have to go through Kidman first in his choice and counter.
Well, both guys traded blows, and it is the longest match so far tonight.
Yeah, so 48 minutes, and Jericho's joined at ringside to have a look at this goings-on here.
And there's a massive Jericho sucks chant, and he's not even in the bloody match.
And he's gone to the flock, and he said, look at this, they're beating that, you know, we should easily beat down Malenko, like he's become part of the flock. But Malenko's got Kidman on the second rope.
Oh, and he's got Kidman up on his shoulders.
Oh.
And a gut buster from the second rope.
Well, Malenko's going to want to take advantage of this.
Texas Cloverleaf, and Kidman taps.
Oh, Malenko wins, and now Jericho saying to the flock, come on. What do you do? Not getting involved. Let's get in the ring. Let's beat him up. You got Van Hammer there, Sick Boy, the Unknown Tool One, Lodi, of course. There's a big man there just getting over, and Jericho saying, come on, let's all beat out Malenko. But they're not moving with him, and he starts pushing Flock. Uh-oh, no. This is not what Jericho wanted. He wanted to beat up Malenko.
I think Jericho's just completely flocked up.
He did. Oh, but he managed to somehow get out. And the Flock looking at Malenko, he leaves. Well, Jericho trying to make a plan there, but it didn't work out for him. It's just second hour.
And we get blessed with some more fireworks, baby.
Well, Hogan and Bischoff out yet again.
Blah, blah. Macho's the dumbest human being. Blah, blah. Hogan and NWO are great. Blah, blah,
Well,
blah.
Hogan says he's picked Nash and Hall. Didn't they come voluntarily and say we'll be a part of the match? Anyway.
Then he talks for another couple of minutes for life, and it's done.
Well, Cole Tobush in the house. Do you know who that is?
No.
No, me neither. Well, back to Gene, who recounts the day he's had. Now he's outside and gets his head rubbed, calls them thieves and gets police involved. This is brilliant because they're there and in here he goes, stop it, pal. Stop it, buddy. I don't know. Police come in here now.
But we've got a problem. The Nitro girls can't be seen.
The NWO music, and it's Brian Adams. Dan, I don't want to miss a thing.
Well, anything I'll do, James, I'll do it for you. Do you mean Carl Torbush?
I don't care.
He's an American football coach and former player.
Oh, well, is that who it is? Wow. What does Tony run through, Dan?
Well, Tony runs through your mum. No, he runs.
I wish Tony Schiavone fucked my mum.
Tony runs through the dates for Nitro because no one really cares about Brian versus one half of High Voltage Chaos.
Yeah, not Steroid Rage, because his name's Rage, you see. And I had the steroid because they're all on steroids. This should be fun. Is he really an NWO member, fucking Brian Adams, really?
Oh, pile driver, big boot, total domination would be a good tag team name.
It actually would, yeah. Gorilla press, but chaos clothesline.
A bit of help from Rage, but couldn't get the job done.
Well, Rage went up to top. Brian chucked him off, hit him with a tilt-a-whirl for a win on Chaos. And one on Rage. Rev counts 3. That's how to destroy a tag team.
And it's Heenan joins the commentary team.
Yep.
NWO music yet again, and it's James's favourite, Conan.
Well, he grabs the mic and has a go at Juve, calling himself the greatest Mexican wrestler of all time. He then says if he can beat Norton in a match, he will get Conan. Well, not early, but Juve tries dropkick springboard, gets caught and beat down. Norton dominated the rest of the match and won with a shoulder breaker. Commentary tried to play up Juve's heart. Did nothing for me.
And and the commentary say Juve versus Conan at Uncensored.
So it mattered not, that segment. We get a video for the three-way feud, DDP, Benoit and Raven.
And it's a match set up for the US title. But a tag match next, and that is Saturn and Raven versus Benoit and DDP.
Well, Benoit and Saturn start. It's a face team. They start double teaming. The flock go to outside. We go to back to the break, and the flock have taken over.
Heenan says 3 men wearing jeans like they're construction workers.
DDP gets worked over. He tags Benoit, but ref doesn't see it. As he's putting Benoit in his corner, Page rolls up Raven for a 10 count. Referee can't count it. It's classic stuff.
Yeah, Saturn comes in to no tag, puts a bear hug on him. He fights out only to be stopped by a double team. A great leg drop off the top by Perry. Benoit has to break the pin.
Well, Saturn goes for a moonsault. Page dodges and hot tags Benoit, who comes into huge cheers and kills Saturn and Raven. 1, 2, 3. It was a good ending. The commentators talk up the main event, believe it or not.
Well, they took Benoit and Page and say backstage they're still trying to break them up.
Yeah, because they're so angry about fighting. Back to Duke, and Mean Gene says they sent Disco Inferno and Goldberg to a children's hospital. Leave it. No, but the thing is, right, if you in 1998 you sent Disco and Goldberg, Disco's probably been involved a little bit longer, so you're like, well, it's Disco Inferno. Oh, who's this guy? I don't really care about this Goldberg
Spears
type.
and jackhammers.
Exactly, yeah, 10 years later.
Well, Domino's Pizza is delivered, and Mean Gene is stuffing his face, and he's eating pizza.
Well, the Nitro Girls.
Hey, well, it's the third hour, and we get... What do we get?
We get
some fireworks!
Yeah. How much? We must have spent $1 million on fireworks. It's the NWO music again. And there's Conan again. This time Vincent with him going against a British Bulldog.
This will be terrible.
Well, I don't know. Bulldog technical to start. Clothesline and puts a sleeper on Conan.
Conan gets out, drop kick, and a shit submission.
Yep. Boring chance. Power slam and Bulldog wins.
Was it you chanting boring?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Awful, but the right man won.
Well, today introduces Flair to a thunderous response.
Woo! A signing crowd. Flair made Charlotte, which is true.
Yeah, how right they were. Today asked Flair how it feels last time they were here. Henning turned on Flair. And now we talk about classic Ric Flair. This is a classic Ric Flair promo. Like, I couldn't do justice to. This is what Flair is all about. How Ric Flair is Ric Flair there.
He is so Ric Flair.
No, Salem, woo!
Need I say anymore?
Walk that out! Right, so back from break, and Disco's Funky Tune is playing. He's in action versus Chris Jericho.
Jericho's in control, and a big Jericho sucks chant.
Well, this is for the Cruiserweight title. Disco nearly wins for the Sunset Flip, and after being beaten up, Disco come back, but stuck with Backbreaker and Lion Tamer.
Well, and he has a go at a few fans. When he drinks, he gets a bit tetchy.
He really does, yeah. So, Nitro Girls!
Yay! And Chavo's out here with Eddie in the background. TV title is on the line.
Well, Eddie's shouting at Chavo, and Booker T comes to the ring.
Crowd does the Booker raising the roof.
Yeah, I was surprised how many people actually raised the roof at that point as well, yeah. Heenan great on commentary. It's nice to have someone funny because when he's not great, Heenan does really make you laugh.
Yeah, Chavo attacks and Booker's down. Spin kick by Booker T. Scissor kick. And then a spine buster.
Yeah, and then Booker off the top drop kick for a victory.
Yep, Eddie picks up Chavo, drops him on his head at Uncensored. Oh, drops him on his head. And at Censored, it's going to be Booker versus Eddie TV title.
So they kind of moved on. They kind of cancelled this Jericho Guerrero team that we've been seeing recent weeks and quite enjoyed. And now they're going to put Chavo do something about these two as well. But hey, as long as Eddie's getting used, we get the NWO music and Hennig and Rude coming out here. And here comes the Nature Boy.
Look, the referees have got so much respect for him, they actually hold the ropes open as Flair gets in.
Woo! Well, Hennig starts in there and Flair sends him to the outside. Oh, but Flair won't give up though. Grabs Hennig's hair. Drags him back in the hard way. And then to the turnbuckle with those knife-edge Flair-like chops. But he is Ric Flair. Flair now hip-tossing Hennig halfway across the ring.
Woo!
Right hand there by Ric Flair. Irish whip, but Hennig reverses. Back drop to Flair. And that was great elevation on the back body drop.
Oh, James.
Oh, no.
What do you not do?
You do not. Spit in the wind. Tug on Superman's cape. Put the finger up at Steve Austin. You don't chop Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Oh, Hennig's getting away with it for the moment. Oh, and a classic Flair turnbuckle bump. Oh, I love it.
And he goes all the way to the hard ringside mat. Rude's got him up.
He's going to help him into the ring. No, he's going to help him into the ring post.
Well, I think he tried for the ring but missed. And he seems very happy about that. Seems to be smirking.
No, James, he hasn't got a cigarette in his gob. He's just got a grin on his face.
Hennig with a big chop there as well.
Now, Hennig actually throwing Rick into the ring, which is nice.
Nice.
That referee looked really skinny.
Yeah, he died of cancer a couple of years later.
That's what I done.
Brian Hildebrand. Oh, look at the Flair and Hennig now. Exchanging right hands. Lefts and rights.
Oh, and Hennig's gone punch drunk.
Oh.
And he gets a big knife edge Ric Flair chop.
Hennig reverses Irish whip. Tries to go for the drop kick.
Oh, but Hennig but Flair too wise for that. Grabs onto the top rope, stops himself.
Oh.
Kurt misses. Points to Rick Rude. Referee turns his attention and he kicks Hennig straight in the nuts. And he struts.
Straight in the nuts. And then he struts. Flair and the crowd absolutely love what's going on at the moment. Closed left and right fists to the face of Hennig.
And Ric Flair is the dirtiest player in the game, and another big hip toss.
And now where's Flair going? Oh, dirtiest player in the game.
He's going to get himself a chair.
I don't think he needed it in this one. Maybe just for security. Picks up Hennig.
Oh, hangs him up in a tree of woe.
Well, Hennig's got to meet Bret Hart in 6 days' time at Uncensored, and Flair placing the chair on Hennig's face.
Comes running in.
Oh.
But the NWO to save the day, and they all get met with knife-edge chops from Flair.
Yeah, Colin and Vincent sent away, but the numbers are too much. Now beating down Ric Flair.
And now it's a 4-on-1 assault.
Oh, come on.
Looking to hang him up in a tree of woe. It takes 3 men to put him upside down.
Well, he was going to do this to Hennig, and it gave Hennig the idea to do it to Flair. They're going to put him out.
Oh, but the fans are cheering. Who's making their way down? Bret Hart.
It's Bret Hart here.
Takes out Perfect before he gets a chance to drop kick the chair into Flair's face. And now these two guys are going mano-y-mano.
Well, straps are down. Hennig wants to fight.
Throws the first punch, but Bret blocks it and delivers some big rights of his own. But Hennig with the reversal. Oh, but Bret eliminates him from the Royal Rumble.
Oh, my God. Well, there you go. Bret Hart helps Ric Flair here. The match ended in DQ. No real big surprise. Not bad. Like I say, WWE guys now sticking together. And we get more NWO music.
Oh, lovely. And it is Scott Steiner and Norton.
Yeah, Team Scott, as I would call them.
Scott, fuck all to do with you.
Hey, they're going against versus Luger and Rick Steiner.
They've got no talent.
You know, I put poor fucking dog here. Do you know why?
Dogface gremlin.
No, look at this. And hear what Heenan says. Well, it's brilliant.
Oh, that dog's getting dragged out and he's shit scared.
I know, that poor fucking dog. By the way, he's just pulling it along as well. No, it's not funny, Tony. But Bobby Heenan said that is Scott Steiner. That is the Steiner's long lost sister, which is not a bad joke. Not a bad joke at all. So Rick's finally going to get hands on his brother after rejecting the NWO last week. Scott Steiner doesn't want any of Norton.
No.
Any of Luger or his brother.
I don't know what it is about Rick and his mismatching boots. They bug me.
He's a mad dog. I don't know what it is about Luger and his mismatching wrestling talent. Well, high five from Scott, but Scott doesn't want to start with his brother. Rick's desperate for him. Oh, and Rick there. Belly to belly throwing. Big man.
Calls out his brother, Scott Steiner.
Scott Norton was there, getting beaten up by Rick, tagged in Luger, and then the NWO have taken over. And now Scott Steiner's got to tag in because, you know, he's happy he doesn't have to face his brother Rick.
And he's all big and hard.
Oh, but look at Lex Luger coming back.
Again, another 3 guys in this match was part of WrestleMania 9.
They were, and all shit wrestlers again. Yeah. Who's the best wrestler at least for, Dan?
Ted DiBiase. He was part of WrestleMania 9 as well.
He was? How weird's that? Oh my God, Scott.
Trips and falls. So does Scott.
They are brothers.
But luckily Scott Norton with a save there and throws Rick back in the ring.
This is what the crowd wants, but they're not getting given it. It's going to be Scott Steiner and Lex Luger uncensored. Oh. And Scott Norton with a shoulder block.
Scott, Rick, Lex and Ted.
Oh. Oh, Rick fighting back from Scott.
But he manages to get the tag into Scott.
And now Scott's stopping Rick from getting to Scott. Well, Scott... but look at Scott, head first down. But, Scott and Rick.
We need Lex in the match.
Well, these 2 big men going at it.
Aye, big man.
Oh, nothing better than a big muscly man going at it. And Rick picking up Scott. Norton, that is, dropping him down. And the line.
Steiner elbow. Steiner thumbs up.
Steiner second rope bulldog. Scott knows all about this though.
Scott stops Scott from hitting. Scott stops Rick from hitting Scott, but inadvertently hits Scott anyway.
Yeah, but Scott threw Rick, who Rick threw Scott into Rick.
And now Lex is chasing Scott down the entranceway.
Yeah, and he's taking right up the entranceway. He's
leaving Rick and Scott in the ring.
Well, Rick and Scott are left in the ring. Scott have gone out. Scott knocking down all the big signage. Oh, now Rick's going after Scott. Oh, Scott and Rick.
Scott's chasing Rick, who's chasing Scott, who's chasing Lex.
Yeah.
and Ted's in the mix.
Ted's running away as well. Referee counts them out, and that is it. So all that's left now is Nitro's a huge main event match. The original NWO, Kevin Nash, Hogan, and Hall versus the Giant Ming. Oh, yeah. Here come the NWO.
For life.
For life, for glory. Going against these 3 men who make such a great tag team, WCW. The Giant, Macho, and Sting. And look at the way they're coming out here right now. Right. Oh, my God.
And a big brawl breaks out as soon as Team WCW make their way down. And it looks like Hogan and Macho Man have singled each other out. Sting and Scott Hall and the 2 Giants, Nash and Paul White.
And it's weird. Paul White? It's weird they're doing that because all 3 men have got single matches against the other at Uncensored on Sunday.
How strange.
How weird. But Hogan going after Sting now. And Sting's got the scorpion tattooed on his singlet now rather than just being completely black. Not there's a problem with being completely black. Sting going the second rope now on Hogan. Look at the big right hands on Hogan's chrome dome.
And he's knocking the hair off his head.
And now he's going to got big swing.
Oh, clotheslines him down. Stinger lines him down.
Hogan wants to tag, but he can't reach the NWO members. Wrong part of town. Macho just slaps Hogan in the back of the head.
Oh, and an inverted atomic drop sends Hogan onto his back.
Woo! Woo! Wasn't it seen Flair's woo and Hogan's woo?
Oh, what about
Sting's who? Woo.
Sting's is more woo, and Ric Flair's is like woo.
Oh, I gotcha.
And then you got Zack Ryder, which is woo woo woo.
Hogan now gets in control with the rake of the back.
Hogan with a big clothesline in the corner on Sting. Big right hands to the head as well.
Oh, and Sting trying to get sent into the turnbuckle, blocking it from Hogan.
Oh, reverses it, sends Hogan's head into the turnbuckle once, twice, and thrice.
And the World Heavyweight Champion here He's on fire, baby. Going for the cover. Hogan managed to get shoulder up at 2.
Can't quite get the tag, though, to either Hall or Nash. Hogan's got to make a tag to one of his teammates. That's the whole point of a tag match.
Yeah, tagging other people. Oh, the Giant comes in, neck brace and all. And Hogan backing up.
Tags in Nash.
And he said, you tagged out. Now Macho saying, you want to battle the Giants? Oh, here comes Nash. These two men are going to face off at Uncensored, but we're going to get it here early.
How long is it before the NWO come out and beat down the other 3 guys?
How long we got left? About 5 minutes. Oh, Hogan and Hall from behind, but Giant picks him up.
Oh, delivers a double bear hug to the both of them. Team WCW don't come in to help their man, even though he's outnumbered by 3 guys to 1.
Well, now Macho finally comes in.
And then the referee does something about it.
There you go. Nash attacked that neck, going right on it, zeroing in. He knows exactly the spot he hurt when he powerbombed him. And now Hogan wants in after Giant's down. And now look at Nash. Shots to the back of Giant.
He's just top rope. Big right hands. He's got to be in some sort of agony.
Oh, going right after the neck brace. Macho coming in, but referee stopping him. Now does the same for Sting. And it gives her a chance.
Well, if one runs down one way and Charles Robinson follows him, then the other one can come in and...
Exactly. There's only one ref.
There's only one referee.
He sits where he wants. Charles Robinson.
He refs where he wants.
And now look at the beat down the NWO on the Giant. You got to think the long-term damage this is doing on the big man.
Yeah, they're going to cut his career short.
Yeah, he's not going to have a long career if they keep injuring him like this, Dan.
He's going to have the shove all of them. He's not going to be still wrestling, or he's not going to have just retired. Charles Robinson is really adamant that fucking WCW don't get into the ring.
He's trying to be fair, but it's not working out for him, unfortunately, at the moment.
He's trying to be Flair.
He's trying to be Flair.
And some quick tags by Team NWO for life.
For life. For life.
They're working as a well-oiled unit, though. You know, they're beating down the biggest man on the team, which is, I don't know, a good strategy by Team NWO, would you say?
Well, the problem is he has got an injury, hasn't he? So you got to think Sting's World Heavyweight Champion. He's beaten Hogan recent times. And Macho, the NWO know all about Macho. So maybe it is the best plan for him. It's working out at the moment. I mean, these are the, arguably 6 biggest names in WCW at this moment in time. You know, that's the problem. The roster's so big. There's so many people, you know. Oh, look at Sting. That's nice. Spits at Bischoff. Macho comes down now, and the Giant's neck brace has been taken off, so he's fully exposed.
Nash climbs over the top rope, Hall in as well.
And now look at this, triple beat.
But Charles Robinson's not stopping them. And no one's coming in to help him.
Oh!
And a double low blow from Sting to Hall and Nash. And a big headbutt sends them all crashing to the mat.
Oh, yeah, sent Sting flying as well. Giant showing his power. Can he tag in the Macho Man?
Oh, yeah. Hall's got a hold of the Giant.
Oh, Nash going to stop him. Oh, no!
He actually helped him out by clubbing him down and getting a tag into Macho Man.
And now the Macho Man wants Hogan. Well, Nash getting the hell out of there. The Giant after Kevin Nash. So now Macho and Hogan.
They're going mano e mano. Oh, and Nash is running away.
Why would Nash, if he's such a Giant killer, run away from the Giant? The Giant pushes Charles Robinson. And now comes back in here. And Macho and Hogan. I'm not really sure what's going on now. Giant going after him. Sting's in.
Oh, and he sends Scott Hall face first into the mat. Macho Man's working over Hogan in the corner. Stinger splash.
Oh, Irish whip to the other corner.
Stinger splash.
Oh, and now Macho picks Hogan up, slams him down. And now Macho, punches Bischoff. Hogan straight back to his feet though.
Macho Man says, "You want some of me?"
Oh. And now this mysterious man, or Horace Hogan, the disciples, got... How dare you?
How very dare you?
He just hit the Stone Cold Stunner, goes for the cover. Oh my God. And the NWO win. I mean, Dan, what do you think of that?
It does my fucking head in.
It really does, doesn't it, you know?
It's like, can't they ever finish a fucking match properly?
Well, apparently not. You know, like the amount of interference that's just since we've been watching it properly, week in, week out, the amount we've seen, just imagine if we were watching this real time, you know, like, again, Hogan wins in another match that's just like, fucking interference. The quality of it was awful as well, you know?
Most definitely, yeah.
Alright, so we move on to Uncensored, which is Sunday, 15th of March, from Alabama.
Well, during the opening match, Booker T pinned Eddie Guerrero when he knocked Guerrero off the top rope, followed by a missile dropkick. After the match, Eddie accused his cousin Chavo Guerrero Jr. for being on Booker T's side. Eddie then attacked Chavo from behind while he was walking up the aisle.
Yeah, well, in the next match, Juventud Guerrero defeated Conan. During the match, Raven's flock was shown sitting ringside.
Where else would they be sitting?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Well, Chris Jericho then retained the WCW Cruiserweight Championship against Dean Malenko by submission with the Lion Tamer. Jericho outfoxed Malenko. When he made his entrance, Lenny Lane came out dressed like Y2J, allowing Jericho to attack from behind, just like he did in the Royal Rumble.
2003?
2003, yeah? Sounds about right.
Sounds about right, yeah, with the Shawn Michaels thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Following the match, Gene Okerlund came out to interview Malenko.
What? You're telling me Gene Okerlund's not a Nitro partner?
No, he's not. No, Okerlund reminded Malenko that he lost his matches during 4 consecutive pay-per-views and asked where Malenko would go from here. Malenko responded, "Home!" Following this match, Lex Luger defeated Scott Steiner.
In a triple threat match for the WCW United States Heavyweight Championship, DDP retained his title against Raven and Chris Benoit. Benoit laid Page on a table in the ring with the intention of superplexing Raven onto Page. Page knocked Benoit off the top rope and then pinned Raven following a diamond cutter through the table.
Well, in the next match, it's Kevin Nash versus the Giant. We saw the first one and how that ended in the Battle of Giants. So we are just going to watch this one now. They've started, and a collar and elbow type, the Battle of the Giants here. And Nash, I think, saying he's got a bit of speed. Look at the flexibility of the big man. He wants to play with the Giant. The Giant is in a singlet, but got the neck brace.
I'm not sure what protection the neck break offers.
No, especially
neck brace offers.
Especially when you get hit with a jackknife, it's not going to help, is it? Collar and elbow tie up, but a huge clothesline by the Giant. And bouncing off the ropes. Elbow drop.
Big elbow there from the big man.
Caves in the chest of Big Sexy. It's not that long a match. Look, we're halfway through already. Another. Elbow drop.
Looking for another big elbow drop, but Nash rolls out of the way. Big Show back to his feet quicker, though.
Oh, and the Giant up. And the Giant going after Kevin Nash.
Bouncing his head off the hardest part of the ring.
And now picking up the Giant. Picking up Big Sexy. And he's going to slam into the ring post. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Nash with the backslide and throwing Giant into the ring post.
Well, that is not going to be good for the Giant. Kevin Nash gets into the ring.
You lost
Martalis getting in the ring. Kevin Nash is in and right to the back of Giant's head.
And Nash mocking the Giant there because he's got a bad neck. Oh, and look at that, Nash putting his foot right across the throat of the Giant while he's in the corner.
And as we see a camera shot, we see a steel cage hanging from the ceiling that will be used in the main event here, Macho versus Hogan. But at the moment, the Battle of the Giants, Kevin Nash coming out on top. We've already seen Booker T and Chris Jericho retain their titles. Now a big sleeper to the big man by Big Sexy. The Giant fights out his sleep, but clubbing blow from behind. Now on the second rope.
Oh, prime position for Nash to drop his whole body weight onto the back of Big Show.
Too sweeting. It's too easy for Big Sexy.
Well, will Nash be a Giant killer tonight?
Well, he nearly killed the Giant, didn't he? Sold out. Now he takes a neck brace off. No, I'm not sure the Giant can continue this match. Now he's set on the second rope. Here comes Kevin Nash. Giant put his boot up, and I think it went right into Nash's tallywhacker. And I think the referee can't do anything about it because it wasn't intentional. He was just defending himself. Giant back to his feet.
Nash up first, though. He can't have a lot down there to try. Headbutts the Big Show, but I'm not sure who comes off worse on that one.
I don't think there's a lot up there to trouble him. And now headbutt. Oh, taking down Nash. Great clothesline there by the Giant. Second clothesline there by the Giant. And now he's building some momentum. Headbutt. No, big right hand. Kevin Nash bounces off the rope, gets caught with another right hand. Now the Giant
He's getting fired up for this one.
He's going to finish this right now. Picks him up.
Oh, a Strowman slam. The shoulder strap comes down.
Which means what, Dan?
He's calling for the choke slam.
When a strap comes down, it means business. Going to go for it right. No, he's going to go for the jackknife. Here comes Brian Adams.
Oh, what a surprise. The NWO spoil another fucking match.
Yep. Beat down Vincent, Conan, Brian Adams with a baseball bat. And the Giant getting beaten down. But the Giant pushes off Conan and Vincent. And now it's only Brian Adams left. The baseball bat is in Giant's hand. He snaps the baseball bat. Picks up Vincent.
Choke slams him.
Conan's coming.
Choke slam for him.
See how shit Conan is. Can't even get up for a choke slam. Brian Adams walks into it. Kevin Nash's got another baseball bat. Oh!
And he snaps it over the back of the Big Show.
Oh
Just
my
don't
God.
make them like they used to, do they?
They don't. A home run though by Kevin Nash. Not is he?
Big Show's back up and he's pissed off.
And he's just been hit by a baseball bat, for goodness sake. And the NWO go running away from that. Dan, what do you think?
It wasn't a too bad a match until the NWO joined in and fucked it all up.
As the NWO always do. Alright, so after that, we had Bret Hart defeating Cat Hennig via submission with the sharpshooter.
Yes, and for the second to last match was for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. And during this match, Sting defeated Scott Hall via a pinfall following a Scorpion Death Drop.
And the main event is a steel cage match between Hollywood Hogan and Randy Savage. And thankfully for us, we're just going to watch the end of this. It's been going along, 10, 15 minutes. And he wants the door open so he can choke out Macho. He's busted wide open.
So I'll take it doesn't count if they escape the cage. So.
No, I guess not. No, it's pinfall submission. Which is a bit irrelevant in a steel cage match when you can go around the ring. But hey, it's WCW and rules. There are no rules.
Especially when the NWO is involved.
Yeah.
Because as soon as it looks like the face is going to get a victory over the NWO member, the NWO come out.
It can't happen in this match. Cage match stops that, surely.
Don't call me Shirley, but if they can get out, other people can get in.
That's true. Oh, a Macho blocking the steel cage. And sends Hogan head first.
The Macho Man's wearing a crimson mask. But he's fired up. He's just found his second wind.
How much he got left in his body?
Well, it looks like he's got a lot left.
And he's going all the way to the top, my God.
He climbed that quite quickly.
He did.
And he takes Hogan down. 1, 2. Oh. Looking for the victory, but Hogan manages to kick out.
Oh my God, Macho picking Hogan up.
Slams him to the mat. Looking to go up high for the end.
And this time, he's going to go for the elbow. What's happening, Dan?
NWO members have come out to try and get into the cage.
No, to be fair, it's only one. This is this mysterious man, Disciple, a.k.a. Horace Hogan. He's took the keys, opened the cage up, and Macho now going to go for the elbow, and he's getting moved.
Hogan, he's dragging Hogan as far away from Savage as he can get him. Pushes Charles Robinson out of the way. And now he stands between Macho and Hogan.
And Macho saying, what am I going to do, brother? And he's going to come down, face him like a man. Oh, wait a minute. From the rafters is the WCW Heavyweight Champion, Sting. Well, he's been out in the past couple of weeks with Macho teaming up. Now he's here to even the odds.
Hogan doesn't look too pleased to see him, nor does Horace.
There we go. Well, the numbers are even. What's Hogan going to do? I'm trying to calm him down. Sting saying, bring it on.
Calm down.
Calm down. Don't stay.
Don't want to get in the ring, don't stay.
And Macho. And what showdown, WCW champion there.
Oh, and Savage has just taken out Sting. I did not see this one coming. There's a seated pile driver. What's going on here?
What? So it was Macho and Hogan on the same side. He just said for life, but then spat at Hogan. So what the fuck does this mean? Look like Macho was friends with Sting. He just laid out the world champion. Great look for the world champion, though, by the way. Macho walks away. The cage match didn't have a satisfactory finish. So 2 matches on this pay-per-view that we watched. Giant Nash had a DQ finish. This cage match had a DQ finish. And now Macho laid out Sting. It just doesn't make any sense, does it, you know?
Go figure.
No, it really... I mean, what are your thoughts on the whole thing that we've seen?
Absolutely terrible. Aside from the few, diamonds in the very rough, it was terrible.
Yeah, but this is the thing, isn't it? The last 2 weeks of Nitro made no sense leading up to Uncensored. If you look at the Uncensored pay-per-view, you know? Like, what just happened there with Macho is not a good thing. I just don't understand it. I just don't know why they did it. Dan, final thoughts on everything you've seen for the 4 Raws and the 2 Nitros today?
Well, it's, they're both as bad as each other, really. One tells a good story, and the other one, has got a few good matches in it, and should be better, really.
If you put the 2 shows together, with the main event kind of storylines and promos from Raw, and the in-ring talent from the mid-card on Nitro, and like I said, a couple of other people like The Rock and Jericho and whatnot, you would have a perfect show, wouldn't you?
Most definitely, yeah.
And maybe Vince McMahon realised that, and that's why he takes all the best talent. But we're going to leave it there. Don't forget, we'll be back on Sunday for the WNR148 Part 2. Like I say, 2 Nitros and WrestleMania 14. But till then, you can follow us on Twitter at WWE Network Review or
at Vince McDan, WWE.
I'm at J_Rollins. We've also got a friend on Twitter.
Yes, we have Mini Chris Benoit, and he's just trying to make the world a better place, and you can follow him at Mini Chris Benoit.
Across all forms, WWE Network Review and Google+. Send us an email at WNRpodcast@gmail.com. We're also on Facebook.
Yes, Facebook. You can come and find our page and give us a like with a WWE Network Review. Or you can come and find me and add me as a friend. I am Vince McDan.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel, WWE Network Review Podcast. We've got latest clips like the sing-off with James versus Dan on there. And, of course, podcasts go at the same time. They do other places like SoundCloud.
On your phone.
We're on Spreaker Radio. We've got our live shows April 7th, April 8th. WrestleMania first ever live kickoff and NXT Takeover. Stitcher Radio and iTunes where you can download, subscribe, rate and review there. But that is it. I have been James Rollins, and as always I was joined by
Dan White.
Thanks for listening, everybody, and bye.
Bye.